Similar Podcast.
Cheer, talk nice. This is episode number 11, Oddly Similar Podcast, and we are here.
Yo.
Yeah.
I am
What up?
Rello, and to the right of me I have
Hypa was good.
DJ Dane-Ja, we back in the building.
What's good? It's Darren.
Strong.
Ease, baby. What's up?
Yes. Feels so good to be back. Episode number 11. We're going to jump right into things as we always do. First and foremost, I want to say rest in peace to Triple X Tentacion.
R.I.P.
We lost one. It's very, very, very sad to see we losing another rapper.
Yeah,
He was very influential to the younger kids, the younger generation. He talked about a lot of depression and all these things that the younger generation is going through. So that's a big loss for us. Senseless killing, man. It's getting really crazy. I want you guys just to add your perspective into that with the generation and the death of Tentacion as well.
He's talk about it.
I mean, I honestly, I'm not going to say I was the biggest fan, but I did follow his music. And I kind of followed his career, actually, and I heard about him through people saying he stole, Drake stole his song or something like that.
Yeah, I heard
like
that.
how it sounds or whatever the case may be. So I was like, let me see the song or whatever, and it was the song "Look at Me."
It did sound similar.
It definitely, I ain't gonna
the
lie,
flow,
it does.
Both songs is fire too.
Yeah, but and then I followed him when he did "Roll in Peace." He was featured on there with Kodak Black.
Kodak, yeah.
And then the "Sad" song was fire. And then I saw he really changed. He was trying to change actually, and he was an inspiration to a lot of young people dealing with depression and suicidal thoughts and everything like that. And I think it's just sad, man. I heard they only got a Louis bag or something.
Yeah, it was a robbery.
Yeah, man, that shit is fucked
they
up.
They say he
man.
had beef.
I don't know if it was prior beef. I don't know if it was just envy or jealousy, but I'm definitely getting tired of seeing all these killings going on. I don't know this man from a hole in the wall, but for some reason, it just touched me. It could have been any one of us.
Yeah.
It's another young black man of color slayed for God knows whatever reason it is, and he was only 20 years old.
20, bro.
At 20 years old, listen. At 20 years old, what was I thinking about? I was thinking about a whole bunch of shit that I'm gonna do in the future.
Yeah.
That he can't do because somebody probably
envious.
They probably wanted what he had because they were less fortunate. But that's a whole nother story. As long as there's poverty, there's gonna be crime.
Nah,
It's crazy about that video that they had with him, with his body just laying there. Crazy.
Lifeless body.
His family gonna have to see that all the time.
Yeah, but what's sad, no one even took any initiation. All you saw was just recording. You know what I'm saying? No one.
I was thinking that too. I was like, yo, you
That's
think
the first
before they recorded,
crazy.
you think they dialed 911 first, or
I don't think so.
just straight to the recording shit?
Maybe the ambulance would have been
Anything
coming,
for
but
views.
That's crazy.
that's the first thing you think that people think of nowadays is to open the camera and start recording as opposed to.
I couldn't even stomach
That
walking
shit-
up to somebody
that shit
and
irks the
just
shit out of
holding
me.
the camera in front of him
Yeah.
as I'm watching them lifeless. I'm just gonna keep on recording, and it's like he's moving around.
And he had enough time to put a caption too. I saw what it said, X shot.
It said the witness or something like that.
So, bro, you couldn't call 911 and get your likes and views
They might
another
have.
time?
We don't know about what they did.
True.
But it's the fact that they recorded it. That's not
that's
something
your
that
presence
you
of mind. That's what your first thought was to let me capture this. That shit is fucked up. I think it was it's a plug, but I saw on Shade Room that somebody got shot or something, and the cops just put the sheet over him, and they was like, no, he's still alive. You know what I'm saying? They didn't even try to see if they was just like, oh, he dead. And this happened in Chicago. I saw this today.
What are you talking about?
It was like a random shooting or something like that, and the cops came on the scene, and they just put a white sheet over him and didn't even try to do CPR or nothing. They just thought he was dead until witnesses was like, yo, he's still breathing, he's still alive. Then they took the sheet off of him and called the ambulance, and I don't know if he made it or not, but yeah, I'll have to follow up on that. But that shit, I was like, oh, what the fuck, man?
Those are two situations that was just handled incorrectly.
When we talk about social media being gift and a curse, this is definitely the cursed part of social media.
That's a fact.
That's why I always try to say, I know we talked about black and white issues a lot on the show, but We really got to look at ourselves when it comes to these shootings and black on black crime and stuff. Like, we always quick to jump on, you know, police brutality and police killing us, but at the end of the day, we need to have that same energy when it comes to black on black crime and try to fix what we have going on with ourselves before we could look at anybody else, you know what I mean, doing the same thing to us. So we need to really focus on that.
But it's not just a black epidemic. White people do it too.
Yeah, I know that, but I'm just saying who's worrying about us.
Responsibility about black people.
Yeah, just us in particular.
I dig it.
I just feel that for that situation, it seemed like he had a lot of huge impact on some of the young kids, because my wife was saying something about, I think yesterday when it happened, I guess somebody that she knew had a daughter, and the daughter's a big fan. The daughter know all his songs, and then the mother's telling the daughter, you know, Tentacion died, and she kept saying, "Oh, Ma, stop playing," and then it really took her a while, and she started seeing all the posts and stuff like that, and she just started bawling. That's what my wife was telling me.
Yeah,
so,
I seen a post. And
4 people on my Facebook feed said that their kid,
their child was crying.
Yeah,
bawled.
so
That's what I was about to say. I seen a post, the
it's
same thing.
It's crazy.
Some
son.
girl said, "Oh, my son keep crying." I'm like, damn.
Yeah, he was
Yeah,
really
he had a
heavy
huge
in with
impact.
the kids, with
Yeah.
the youth.
Yeah.
That was really into him.
Because he made them feel
He was
like
only 20 years old, too.
He
That's
made
dope.
them feel like he understood. Like, he was talking about bullying, like all that stuff. He was like, "Yo, I went through it. And
I was about to say, from what they said, he had like videos of him like fighting on YouTube before he actually really started maturing. And I heard he was like a badass kid.
He's Jamaican too.
Yeah, I heard he's
He
Jamaican.
definitely is.
I seen a video of his pops, like, an old video of his pops proud of him because he was playing his song in Jamaica or something like that.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
That's what's up.
I'm thinking about it now. He's probably one of the first young, like, major young niggas that actually died of a sensitive death.
Mm-hmm.
If you think about it, like them other niggas usually die of lean or something like that, of drugs or of an overdose or something. But he's one of the few, like, he's one of the first of the young niggas to really like die off like on some getting shot shit.
Getting shot, yeah.
He was actually against that too, drug use. Like, he used to do that, and then he stopped. Like, he inspired a lot of young people, bro.
I ain't really know a lot about him. I ain't
Me
gonna
either.
lie.
Me either.
I just know that one thing that he was getting criticized for when he said, "I'm better than Tupac" or something like that. I was like, oh, okay.
That was probably when he was on Lean.
Something I saw yesterday. They were trying to compare him to Malcolm X. I'm like, all right, that's a little far fetched because
I don't know what site you was on, but
it was flowing on social media.
dub thing.
I was like, nah, okay, I understand. You know, unfortunately he passed, but there's certain things you just can't compare. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm sure Malcolm X, when he was young, he did a lot of things, but it took a lot of him being matured and really like growing up. So I feel like probably for Tentacion, I feel like he was at that point, but it just so happened, you know, he passed. But the comparison I saw, I was like, all right, don't drag this shit too much.
I think that comparison, though,
Word.
it started somewhere else. Like, I know where it started from.
They don't even
So
need to be in the same
started-
conversation.
Yeah,
But
I saw it.
They
yesterday.
don't.
But that's just you talking like an old head, though.
Who, me?
Yeah, it's just like, honestly, you got like you can't like tell a young kid who's he inspired, who his inspiration.
No,
Yeah.
who's
his
inspired by him?
No, but
Yeah.
look, nobody said he was the next Malcolm X, Malcolm X to the youth. What they saying
They're
was,
comparing.
if Malcolm X would have died at 20, he
that-
would
that-
have been
that's
a
if that's
criminal.
what you're talking about, then there is no comparison.
They wasn't comparing.
They
it.
were saying,
just saying
I know Malcolm X at 20 years old was a drug addict, was all these
that.
all these negative
You know
things,
what I mean?
and he changed his life.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's the only.
So don't
that's what
judge
you're talking
this-
about. That's the
don't
only
judge
comparison.
this 20-year-old man.
There was no comparison.
Yeah.
They
Okay.
was basically
Okay.
saying
He give him the chance if he was to live.
they
to
took
change his
exactly.
life.
They took
Right.
they took his life before he had a chance to change
To
fully change his life.
Yeah.
And
Probably that's what. Yeah.
that's what it was. That's the only Malcolm X thing that I saw yesterday. I didn't see no other comparison, so I didn't see that.
But you gotta look at it too. At the end of the day, he's somebody's child. You know what I mean? He was somebody's son. You know what I mean? So
Big facts. Facts.
R.I.P. XXX.
Right, yeah, definitely. R.I.P. XXX Tentacion. You know, everybody that's hurt by this, his family shouts praise go out to his family. But we definitely going to keep this thing moving on.
R.I.P. to Jimmy Wapo too. That's another kid from Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh.
Yeah, I heard about
I've
that.
Seen the
Same day.
RIPs, but I'll be honest with you, I didn't know who he was.
I don't need.
No, I don't know who he is neither. But I mean, another lost soul is another lost
and
soul.
he was 21.
Young black man, to be specific.
That's crazy, man.
Big facts, big facts. RIP to them both, man. We're gonna keep moving on with this thing, trying to get it to a little bit of lighter topic. I want to hear predictions right now. The big huge talk right now on ESPN and everywhere is where LeBron James is gonna go this off season. We also hear the effect of Kawhi Leonard wanting out of San Antonio. So some say Kawhi's decision will lay upon LeBron's decision and vice versa. But what's you guys' predictions? Where do we think LeBron James will land this offseason? We hear a lot about L.A. We hear him staying in Cleveland. What are some of the predictions you think LeBron James will end up this
pointing
offseason?
at Darren here.
We're gonna start with
This
Darren
nigga
first.
Quick's got like 17 different
definitely-
jerseys.
I have 0 jerseys.
We got LeBron on speed dial.
I think it just depends where the chips fall. Honestly,
With the chips
where
fall,
I
that's
would want
funny.
him to go, exactly, because where he want to catch the next title contention. I don't know. I personally don't know, but we all don't know. But just in general, I think depending on who goes where, if there is a trade for Kawhi, I would like to see him if Kawhi goes to the Lakers and maybe Paul George goes there or somebody goes there. I would like to see him go to either the Lakers or Houston, just to contend for a chip. I would personally and I would actually really want him to stay and somebody come there, like maybe Kawhi get traded to the Cavs or
Nobody
something
wants
like
to
that.
live in Cleveland, bro.
I'm not saying nobody wants to live. I don't care, but at the end of the day, just in general, like to me, it's either Philly, Rockets, or Lakers if Kawhi go there. I really don't see him contending for a chip with just Paul George. Like,
To piggyback with what if you just said just now, I feel LeBron is a smart man. He's watching everyone's move. I feel he's gonna wait until Kawhi makes his decision for him to know.
no, it's not.
exactly.
It's not Kawhi's decision. It's the Spurs.
They traded
Spurs,
him,
yeah,
right?
I mean, even so,
He's getting traded, or
He
he's
wants
free
to.
agent?
He wants to.
He's a free agent. He could go wherever he wants.
Okay.
Who-
Wow.
He's a free agent next
LeBron
year.
James.
LeBron's a
no.
free
LeBron
agent.
James.
Kawhi-
Kawhi's
Kawhi.
not
I'm
a
talking
free
about
agent.
Kawhi,
No,
though.
Kawhi's a.
Nah, he's not
Kawhi
free
has he's still on contract for this
Yeah.
year. He wants out though. So
right.
Oh,
Spurs
shit.
want to get something.
But I
for
just
him
feel
before he
like
leaves for
LeBron's just gonna wait it out.
And we don't even know what
That's
if
true.
Spurs want to
LeBron's
get
not
anything.
stupid, man.
Spurs could say,
Yeah.
"I'm not getting rid of you."
I really don't see Spurs doing. I mean,
That'd be dumb on
I
their
could
part
see-
because he could be like, "I'm hurt."
I could see them holding out to next year to the trade deadline in February. That may be something.
Yeah, I
but
see that too.
And then
I can't.
But also, the Spurs don't want to feel like they giving him for nobody too, son. 'Cause
But-
I can't
unless
see
you
that.
get unless you get another team involved and
Look
do a
at the
3-team
Lakers.
trade.
The Lakers
but
got freaking. They could give up Kuzma. They could give up Ingram. Those are two great pieces. And then
young squad.
And then I hear like people on ESPN or Fox Sports FS1 talking about giving up Lonzo, Kuzma, and
that's too much.
Ingram. I'm like, nah, that's a lot. But Kawhi is freaking. He's a beast. Like this nigga June was talking about. Oh, he's hurt. He's not gonna come back with. He might not
I
come
didn't
back.
say that.
He
I
might
didn't
not
say
come
that.
back with all that.
I didn't say that. What I said was,
Keep that
Same energy.
Yeah.
What
I said was,
had happened was
nah, I know what happened was. I said like we can't automatically assume he's gonna get back to where he was.
Yo, in the 9 games he played this year, he played pretty well.
They lost.
In all 9,
Yes.
he did.
Yes.
Oh, I don't I
Yeah.
don't got those stats.
Okay, but I'm just saying. But
Yo,
it's not. It wasn't his
pull
fault
up
they
the
lost.
stats, man.
It wasn't.
What
his
was
fault.
his stat? What was his,
It was
what was his
no.
stats?
He maybe had decent numbers. I don't know, but I'm just saying it wasn't necessarily his fault. The reason they lost, but I'm just saying they lost.
All right, let me ask you this, June.
What?
PG,
Uh-huh.
Kawhi.
LeBron James, Kawhi in LA. Is that instant contention for you for the title?
Is
do you
that
think?
valid? Yeah.
Did
With the pieces that the
With
LA
those
got.
pieces. If
LeBron,
they
Dwayne Wade,
pull it
Chris
off.
Bosh? We thought that was an automatic chip, right?
No. He actually
Come
something
on.
specific.
I'm
He
giving
actually
you,
some-
but I'm
no,
giving
no.
you an example.
No, that's not a good
These are
example.
three
Those
different
are those
players.
are those are
Perfect.
completely different players.
It's a perfect example.
Those are completely different
Those
players.
are
really
different
good
players.
stars
No.
playing in the team.
Bro,
Those are two things.
What?
The main objective right now is the Golden State Warriors. At that time, there was no Golden State
Exactly.
Warriors.
Okay.
Everybody's objective right now is to beat the Golden State Warriors. So with LeBron, Kawhi, and Paul, can they beat the Golden State Warriors?
Yeah,
Because
but
that's the main.
the main objective is to win the chip.
I actually
Yeah,
don't
but
think
it's
they
about
could
who
beat
you're
them.
playing.
yo, June,
It's
answer the
about who
blood
you're
clot
playing.
question, man.
It's about
I
who
answered
you're
it
playing.
already, though.
It's about who you playing. At that time, there was no Golden State. Everybody's monster.
Okay,
They
so
trying to beat right
so
now
you
Golden
answered
State.
my question. They still lost. So think about it.
But they won
there
the
wasn't
next
no
year
money.
after.
Yeah, but I'm just saying. You
2
asked
years
me.
after.
You said? Well, repeat the question. What was the question?
With LeBron James, Paul George, and Kawhi, are they instant contenders? Can they possibly
instant
go to
contenders is yes. That's instant contendership. Yes, they ain't contention.
Yeah, see, he didn't ask you if they're going to beat him. He's like, is the instant
I still,
contender.
I don't believe so.
The Lakers.
mean,
the Lakers.
I
Come
think they
on.
still have trouble with the Rockets, bro.
The Lakers.
No, but they asking contention. Contention is you have a shot.
But that's what I'm saying. I think
I-
it'll still be Golden State, Rockets, then L.A. If
But I
that
mean, you
happens.
top three. You still have a shot. Top
LeBron
three, you
with
still have
LeBron
a shot.
James, you have a shot, a great shot.
Nigga, with
at
Kawhi
that.
Leonard, you
With
have
Kawhi
a shot.
Leonard, yeah, you have a great shot.
Yeah, but I mean now.
Is Kawhi a
in the
superstar to you?
West,
Is
man.
he a
He's a super-
superstar or a star?
He's
Yeah.
a superstar.
I
Before
think
he got
a
hurt,
star.
he was a
I
superstar.
think he's a star.
See, this is where I'm saying the assumption is already. Like, yo, he's only played in one system. You don't know how he's gonna be in another system.
Right now, is he a superstar to you, though? Is he a
In
superstar
San
player?
Antonio, yes. In San Antonio, he stays in that system. And if Kawhi is the same player that he was and coming back, yes. But honestly, tell you the truth, a year you don't know how, and then we don't know the severity of the injury because it actually took him. It took him almost a year, so we don't know where he's at
Paul
right now.
George got hurt. Leg broke.
That's what,
Yeah, that
you
shit
see.
was
You gotta
leg
take take
gruesome.
everybody individually. So it's like you don't know. Like honestly, Paul George broke his leg, but number one, they said it had snapped perfectly. So he got back.
What's
what?
a perfect snap?
That's what doctors say.
snap.
I don't know. I'm not a doctor.
You broke your leg.
I'm not a
perfectly.
doctor. I'm not a doctor, so I don't know.
That
But
shit
they
was a
said,
compound fracture.
yeah, they said it snapped perfectly, so they could have screwed it right back together. And he did rehab. He played. He only missed a year, if I'm correct, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kawhi Leonard is a superstar to you, Hyper? Or as a star? Is he
I think he proved himself, especially after when he won the MVP.
Yo,
Yeah, to me, he's
I
a
think,
superstar.
I think.
and-
Hold on. I
go
think
ahead.
what Rello's trying to get at. I feel like it takes a little bit more than just playing good to be a superstar in the NBA.
He won the MVP.
all right.
He won MVP.
Yeah, but because you're the best player on your team, don't make you a superstar.
I think it.
That's
it-
correct.
Yeah.
Looking like this.
I agree.
Yo, system wise, it's like you don't play defense fully on a system. Their system was mostly offense. He was defensive player of the year 2 times, not once. Defensive one, not 2 times. That nigga sound like Stephen A.
Facts.
So it's not. It's not like they just worried about him scoring because LeBron can score. PG can score, but at the end of the day, his defense will bring. To me, it'll bring a lot to whatever team he goes to.
I
agree.
feel with a guy with like LeBron James. I feel like because of what he can do and making a team better, if anything, I think he'll make Kawhi even a lot better.
See, this is where
A lot better.
All right, so do you feel like? All right, you top dog. You've been top dog for in a year. How much years is he in the league? Like 7 to 10?
Who?
7, I think.
Kawhi?
7 going on
Kawhi.
8.
Just about.
All right, he's been top dog. He's been top dog on that team.
Mm-hmm.
So he gets traded to another team. Say he do get traded with LeBron.
Mm-hmm.
Number one, you've been top dog. You've been top dog in one system for 7 years.
Mm-hmm.
You've been the alpha dog.
Yeah.
You like all the shots been on you and everything.
mm-hmm.
So now you're gonna travel to another. You're gonna go to another
I'll be honest
another
with
state.
you.
You're gonna go to another
Okay.
state, and then you're gonna have to learn a brand new system. And
Okay.
if he goes to LeBron, I'm pretty sure he's not gonna be top dog.
Guess
I'll be-
what?
I'll
But
be
guess
honest
what though?
I feel like
Go
he's
ahead, go ahead,
comfortable
Darren.
being a number 2.
He wasn't the top dog when Tim Duncan and
Exactly.
all of them
I'll
was
be
there.
honest with you. I'll be
Tim
honest
Duncan,
with you.
honestly, tell you,
You
with
said
that one
system.
is different because Tim Duncan.
The whole thing is different.
He's very like he's one of those superstars that he's very very unselfish.
Nah, the
But
whole
you
thing
still
is
got
different.
Mano. You still
No,
got
the reason why the whole thing is different because you already said system.
Yeah.
They don't play in a you are the one you have to score
Yeah,
for us.
Spurs-
They don't
yeah,
play
Yeah,
that.
but
Spurs never
let's
played that.
Yeah, but let's be honest though. Everybody knows in that system who's
All right, yeah, but
who's
at
top
the end
dog.
of
everybody
You
thought that when
said
Melo went to
system.
OKC.
No, but I'm
And
talking about
that
Pop
wasn't-
system right now. We talking about
And
Pop,
pop system is not one person who's ball dominant. There is no ball
There's
dominant.
no
players.
ball dominant, but we know who's the focal points. Like when Tim Duncan was in his prime, it was Tim Duncan.
I
When
don't
David
think that'd
Robinson
be
was in his
Kawhi's
prime,
problem, though.
it was
I think-
Exactly.
David
I
Robinson.
think Kawhi's a very unselfish player.
Yes,
I can
and-
see
and-
him.
and based
And
on what
Tim
you just
Duncan,
said-
Tim Duncan's an unselfish player as well. But when he was in his prime, that's who the ball went to when they needed those buckets.
Based on what you just
Yeah,
said,
but I don't think
based
Kawhi
on
would
what you
have
just
that
said,
problem.
What?
I feel that damn, you made me lose my train of thought. I feel that excuse me.
Kawhi.
I feel that Kawhi because Kawhi, he's so humble. I feel like all that, my team.
Yeah,
I don't think he cares about that, bro. He never showed me that.
He
never showed me that at all. From the time I've been watching,
Tim Duncan
he don't even
mentality.
have a reaction.
I feel like the only reason he want to leave now is because they kind of soiled his name.
I understand that, but what I'm saying is it might not even be an ego thing, but like you got to think about it too. Sometimes it's not just a feeling. It's about this. It's like you got to remember there's certain like a superstar. Maybe he'll take 25 shots. Now, automatically, you're not the man anymore. That 15 shots that usually try to get you to a rhythm and score is going to, you're not the main guy no more. So that 25 might be 10 to 15.
So you think with him playing with a guy like LeBron, you think he'll be focused on that?
What? Focus on what?
But taking
you got to remember,
15 shots less.
Basketball is about a game of efficiency and rhythm. Taking those 25 shots, you're gonna have a form of rhythm to a point you get hot.
But don't you feel with at this age that LeBron is right now, knowing that he's capable of playing with Kawhi Leonard,
he get triple doubles.
Yo, I feel like the pressure
will
be so much off LeBron. Is like
that's what I was gonna say.
Do your thing.
The whole reason why
that's what I feel.
The whole reason why I think it'll work. The whole reason why I think it'll work is because Kawhi's what 26,
26,
27,
27. Kawhi's 27. All right. LeBron had to do so much last year that it was
he
draining.
Wants to pass the ball.
Okay.
He had to do everything. This year is like, all right, put Kawhi on the best player as defensively, and LeBron could take rest and do everything else. And like he'll have way more energy to me.
Conserve more energy too.
To do more things on the basketball court because he doesn't have to worry about the best defender. I'm not saying LeBron did that last year completely, but at the end of the day, he was doing way too much.
The man played 48 minutes, bro. Come on.
Every postseason
now, Kawhi could give you a straight 20, 25 every night. Easy. So you're telling me that you think him playing with LeBron and him taking 15, like they take away 15 shots away, you really think that's going to really, like, he's going to focus on it like that?
That's not about focus. It's going to affect you, though. When you it
may affect your game. I understand it may affect your game, but what I'm saying, the way you make it seem, it's like, as if I was the number one man on that team. So now I got to play with two other superstars or two.
All right. So perfect example is Paul George. Do you think Paul George was as effective than when he was in Indiana?
Of course not.
So
you playing with a completely different caliber of player when you play with
LeBron James and Westbrook.
But what I'm saying is, don't you notice the level of shots Paul George went down. So he's not as efficient as he was because he's not taking as much shots. The ball's not in his hand as much.
Depends on Westbrook, bro. Goes back to the system
that you're in.
Yeah, go back to the system that you in. But I'm just thinking of the players' perspective. Just going off the players. If LeBron, like I said, I said repeatedly, if you would have put LeBron and took out Westbrook and put PG and Melo, that system would have worked way better, bro. Because I feel like LeBron is able to orchestrate with star players better than most.
He's a floor leader.
Most star players can.
But you got okay. Go ahead. Finish.
No. That's just how I feel and how I look at it.
But you got to remember when you were alpha, you used to the ball being in your hand unless you're a spot up shooter. None of these guys you're saying are spot up shooters. They used to having the ball in their hands and they create themselves.
Kyrie did his thing with LeBron, bro.
I was gonna bring that up. So I don't know if y'all really watched. Did you see the dynamic? Did you see the dynamic between LeBron and Kyrie? Every time they was on the floor, obviously one player was on one side and the other was on the other side. So that means, you go do you. Obviously, and Kyrie's a way better offensive player than Kawhi will ever be. So Kyrie will have one side of the floor. Yeah. He would just do what he got to do.
Your point, I feel like Paul George would have a harder time adjusting to that than Kawhi would. I feel like Kawhi can adjust to what you're saying more so than Paul George can. Honestly,
really? Oh, so you talking? Oh, well, in what aspect?
In that system, as a being
a spot up shooter,
create your own shots, create your own shots
with your own without the ball and all that.
You think Kawhi's a better creator than Paul George?
No. Without the ball.
Without the ball.
He's saying Kawhi won't demand the ball as much as Paul George.
Exactly.
He would have a harder time.
I would. You know what? I don't disagree with that. I don't disagree with that at all. Yeah, I don't disagree with that at all. Actually, I think you onto something, but I just feel like you don't know you don't know how efficient Kawhi's going to be in a new system. Because remember, they run in plays for him. They know where he's comfortable. But I tell you the truth, chemistry is a lot. It takes time. A lot. Yeah, it takes time too. But I'm just saying, like,
that's what got us to the. That's what got us to the finals, the Eastern Conference Finals.
But it's like chemistry. LeBron gonna have to figure him out.
Leprechaun boy,
please. What happened when y'all went to the? What happened when y'all went to the finals, though?
I know what
we would have
happened.
got one. We would have got one.
Come on.
You sure about that?
Come on, son.
What?
You sure about that?
We would have got one, bro.
With that squad?
No Kyrie.
Easy said and done, my nigga.
No Kyrie?
We would have got one, bro.
Easy
I
said
don't know
and
about
done,
that.
my nigga.
Come on.
Right, we gonna move on. On that note, we
I
gonna
lost
move
by like
on.
30.
LeBron killed you.
We can't stay on that topic all night. Kyrie's another different story.
LeBron
you might have to touch that a little bit later on. But I definitely want to jump into.
I feel like they probably would have got one too.
We would have got one.
Who, Boston?
Celtics.
Oh, okay.
But they
And
didn't
the
even get
notes.
there. So that doesn't matter. You got to beat LeBron first.
LeBron is on vacation with us.
Actually, everybody on vacation.
Yeah.
Nah, they partying still in Golden State.
Still on vacation though.
Moving on. I definitely want to dive straight into one of my favorite rappers. Nas' album has been out. I hope we all got a chance to listen to that. Produced by Kanye West. So that's
Nas'
another thing
album
that I
done.
wanna jump into. So far, it's up and down on every project.
Yeah,
I give him an A+ on the Pusha project. I feel like the Kid Cudi project was very strong. I want to get into the Nas shit. I don't know if y'all want me to go first, but the Nas shit, I feel like.
Yeah, go first. You did. Go ahead.
The Nas shit, I feel like is a solid project, but if I'm just going off of my ears, I don't like it 100%. I don't know if it's. I don't know if it's the production of Kanye West and then Nas didn't collab as
it's not
best
a good
as
mesh
I,
to me.
yeah,
It wasn't a great mesh.
It didn't collab
They
as
tried
best
it.
as I thought of.
What you just said, you don't even need to get back to me. Everything you're saying right now, I'm on that same way, bro.
So I don't know.
1 to
if it's,
10. 1 to 10.
I don't.
I wouldn't even like yo.
Too
That's another
early?
thing. That's
Too early?
another thing.
Oh yeah.
I was talking
Talk
about.
Talk about it.
All this microwave opinions now. It's a little. It's now starting.
Nah, it's a fact.
That's a great analogy.
No,
son.
it's getting to a point, and
Fast food.
I want to get back to you, but it's getting to a point where now I'm starting to feel like all these albums is coming out, and it's great because we got so much music to listen to, but I can't judge shit anymore because
you can't judge it as early.
I can't judge it early, but I would listen to an album, and I'm not even gonna lie, I might feel it on the first listen, and then on the second, third, fourth listen, I stop liking it as much as I liked it.
Or
can I tell you
vice
something?
versa.
Or the other way.
Like
yeah.
Nipsey Hussle, the first listen, I was like, it's
okay.
it was cool. After I started listening to Nipsey Hussle a lot more, I'm like, yo, this shit is actually fire.
Can I tell you something?
Talk about it.
All these songs or all these albums with the 7 songs, 9 songs, I started.
I actually like that because
I don't.
It's
No.
I don't.
Listen. The
I
reason
need
why
more
I
than
brought
7
that up, I
songs.
wanted to just bring that up for a second because I started to think. I'm like, wait. I'm starting to see this is a pattern now. Like there's a lot of albums
honestly
right now.
mostly out of the Kanye camp, though.
only
That's
this
a
little
Kanye-
Kanye
that's a
wave
good
that's
music.
going on.
I guess that's a good music wave. But what I'm
You're still saying there's a lot of short albums with
a lot of
8,
compared
9,
to
10
before.
songs.
Before it's like 16 albums. I mean,
Minimum.
16 songs on the
Minimum.
album.
Facts.
Now, as I'm looking at it, I'm starting to think. I'm like, all right, you know what? There's a reason why this thing is going on right now. Number one, the attention span is short. Number two,
I don't think it's that short for 7 songs.
bro,
Nah, it is, bro.
I'm gonna
I
tell
think
you why. I'm
7
gonna
songs.
tell you why. You have a higher chance to go back to listen to an album maybe 3-4 times because right now it's all about streaming.
So if that's the case, I might as well
So-
everybody should just drop EPs. 4 or 5 songs and
That could
call
be
it a day.
done.
Bro, that's what people been
Who
I feel
doing.
like it's
had
it's
three?
getting
Who
there.
had 3
That's
songs on
what
the
people
EP a couple of months ago?
Wale.
There you go. That's what I'm saying. So it's like,
But it was 4 fire songs.
It's more mainstream.
Young Thug had 3 songs.
One he dropped.
But
3
here's,
songs.
here's the thing.
more of a business
It's
thing,
very
honestly.
easy to have
That's
a
people
good
don't say that.
project if
That's
it's
what I'm
4
saying.
songs.
What?
It's very easy to have a good project if it's 4 songs.
Oh.
So like if you got 3 bangers and 1 trash,
So
the album fire.
what about the artists who have cult followings? He's like, hey, I've been waiting for like 4 or 5 years for you to make an album. Here's these 4 songs. You don't think that's semi-disrespectful?
Nah, that's disrespectful.
It depends.
EP, nobody's dropping an album with 4 songs, so y'all dragging it.
If
It's
they're
7.
doing it a couple times a year, then I wouldn't be mad at it.
Yeah.
But if it's on some like once every 2 years and you only giving me 4 songs,
Like
fuck
if
outta
Dr.
here,
Dre
bruh.
dropped Detox and it got 4 songs on it, people gonna throw it in the trash because it's like you made us wait 22 years.
Saying 4.
Nah.
Nobody's dropping no 4-track album with 7 songs.
But you got to think about it too. It's if you think about it, it's brilliant. Because you got to think.
I like it. That's why I like it
it's brilliant because you got to think about
Gift
it.
and curse.
You never you never
Gift
get
and
tired
curse.
of hearing that person because you got to think about it.
If the shit is whack, yeah.
No, music is
if the
broken.
shit is trash and you got 7 songs and they got not coming back.
But listen what I'm saying though.
Which project
Music
is
is like the music lifeline in a year is broken down to 4 quarters. So if I have 12 tracks, well, if I have 16 tracks, I could give you 4 the first quarter, 4 the second quarter, 4 the third quarter, 4 the fourth quarter, which means you got a product of me which I'm in your ear for the whole year.
Realistically, who's doing that?
Nobody dropping 4 songs though. Why
Exactly,
where they
nobody's
got
doing
the-
it.
No, I'm just saying that's why people drops EPs. Like they at least this is like EPs are like appetizers. They give you something just so you don't forget about them.
On some
Especially we in a world now where there's a lot of like it's a lot of like everybody's making music. So and we want music right away.
That's all I need. Go ahead, talk about it, bro. I'm listening to you.
Oh,
This nigga playing around.
But anyways,
Yo,
taking my
so
fucking time.
I agree to disagree with that. I feel like call me old head, call me old school. I don't expect 20 songs. I don't even when they used to make 20 songs back in the days.
Chris Brown dropped 45, and I was like, I didn't even listen to
How
it.
many people went
I
back?
wouldn't even think of listening to it.
I listened to a lot of
fact,
it, but
bro.
I definitely didn't even get
No,
through
I
that
would
whole
never.
45.
Honestly,
I ain't gonna hold you.
y'all saying that now 20 is a lot, but if it was by Tupac or somebody, you listen to every track.
It's
I'm
hard
sorry,
to
I
say
wasn't
that now.
listening.
Or
His-
Biggie,
7
or
now.
well,
7
it's hard
to
to say
9
that now.
songs is
Life
good.
After
his-
Death. Life After Death was 2 CDs,
Yes.
bro.
That's right. That's
That's
right.
back in the
Double
day.
dip.
7 to
Everything-
9 songs.
everything is for its time.
That's my point. That's my point. It was quality
It was
music.
2 CDs of
That's like the
fire, nigga.
That's what I'm saying.
At
So
the time.
now you got people got to drop 7 to 9 tracks because it's like, yo, I got album cuts. I don't really have bangers.
Pusha
on
T.
you know what it is? I'll answer that. You know what? Consumers don't know what they want. So you know what it is? They just want something. So that's why I feel like, giving them.
I need you to elaborate.
I'll tell you.
Absence
We don't know what we
is-
want,
yeah,
so
absence is-
just give me something.
Yeah.
Like just if you don't hear like perfect example when Wayne was out for a minute, Wayne was giving everybody like the droughts. He was giving he was giving
No
everybody
ceilings,
everything,
all
no
that.
stainless,
He was on
all
fire.
that.
100
He was on
degrees.
fire. Yeah, he was giving everything. And when he stopped, now everybody
Niggas
was
forgot
like,
about him.
forgot about him. But what happened to all that?
Who fault is that besides his?
But
that's
that's
Birdman.
what I'm-
No, that's the culture he created.
But
bro.
that's the culture he created to a point where he feels like now.
Exactly my
even-
point.
But
I understand
You
what you're
said
saying.
he-
but
he-
let me finish what I'm
Wayne,
saying.
I
though.
want you to ask before
What?
you continue. You said Wayne created this whole wave of being absent.
give me more. Give me more. Give me
Right
more.
So
away.
you saying Lil Wayne is responsible
Yes.
for that?
Yes.
You agree?
Hell yeah.
Well,
Hell yeah.
at that
He was
era,
dropping
at
more
that
music
time-
than Lil Wayne.
I never
Well,
thought
at,
about
at
it.
that time, I never thought about.
I
At
never
that
thought
time,
about
yeah, because every week there was a drought. Every
Lil
week, like,
Wayne
when I say the
created
drought,
that.
I mean
Him
the
and-
mixtape.
Him and Gucci Mane.
Well, remember, Future was doing the same shit. Was
But
dropping shit, dropping
Future,
shit.
Wayne is 2000s though.
I continue to say what you're saying.
But what I lost some train of thought. But
My bad.
All right.
that's all good. But what I'm saying is, like, as soon as he stopped, everybody forgot about him. But what about all the the millions of records that he gave you? Which means we have a short attention span. We don't know what we want. We just want something. As soon as you stop giving us something, you old, you dead it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Look
and
at
mind you, he was consistent for that good. He had like a 10-year span, right?
Dead ass.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
but as soon as he stopped giving you music for like a year
That
or
nigga
10
stopped
years,
for a
like
year.
a year or two, nigga, he's done. He's washed. You know what I mean?
You know what it
He's
is?
been washed ever since.
I'm glad that you said that whole 10-year span because Drake has been in the game for about the same amount of time. Suck your teeth all you want. I'm a fan, but
Who suck
sometimes he
your
does.
But he dropped bigger
Rello.
records though.
That's
Rello,
what I was
shut
getting
your
to.
mouth, man.
That's what I was getting
Bigger
to. It
records.
separates quality from quantity.
Yeah.
Drake's
Nah.
Bro,
Wayne
to
had
me-
big ass records.
No, he did.
Bro,
Which
to
one?
me-
Compared to Drake,
Drake drop a classic album to you before?
I don't like Drake's
Classic.
albums.
The first
I don't
one-
like
the
Drake's
first
albums.
Classic.
I like if
any
you
one
reading
of them
this,
is a classic.
The one
first
that
one.
the one that he got.
I'm
help
saying
on
it's a
was-
classic,
was
bro.
great. It was a great
Something
album.
that's gonna pass through
Alright.
generations.
Besides-
anything, has he dropped that album that's classic?
Damn, that's
Bro,
tough.
you have a point.
Nah, but that's
He
tough.
made
because-
really good.
No,
He
no,
made
no,
really good.
Look,
He
here's
made
why-
really good albums,
here's
but
why
I don't
I'm
think he
saying
made
it's
classics.
tough.
You're
Here's
right.
why I'm saying it's tough. It's tough
Except
because
So Far Gone.
this generation,
So Far Gone. That's
they
a
don't.
classic.
They don't like.
Yo.
They don't. look at shit like
I wouldn't even
classics.
say it's a
You know what I'm
classic.
saying?
I would say
I
a
don't
lot.
think I don't think they're gonna hold on
Classic,
to
I don't know.
anything with this era, bro.
I was
This-
saying,
to
I was
me,
saying,
honestly, this Nipsey Hussle album is a classic.
You're
To
bugging.
us,
And
I don't know about all that.
I'm-
Not to
You're
me.
bugging.
Not
You're
to
bugging.
me
I would
either.
say
It's
all
not a
that.
classic.
Not to me either.
It's not a classic.
This
Definitely
Pusha
not.
T album is a classic. This is his best album.
Definitely
bar
the best album.
None.
But hold on.
Bar none.
Hold on.
All right. Question.
listen.
One at a time. One at a
Just
time.
because it's your best album, don't make
It's a
it a
classic.
fucking classic.
Correct.
No, this to me,
He likes it
even
that much.
even when it, no, not to, just to me, but even on social media from people, continuous people in the game. I'm talking about Puff Daddy, everybody.
yeah,
has
but they
gave
in
Pusha
bed
T-
together, bro. They going rep that shit.
No. This
Can I-
to
can
me-
I-
They
Can I-
going
and
rep
with
that nigga.
and bringing the controversy of Drake and everything that
Hold
surrounded
on.
this
Hold on,
Pusha
hold
T
on.
album, this makes his
Okay,
album.
hold on,
So,
Junior.
so
Hold on,
this
Junior.
is hold on.
That's
I'm
all
I'm sorry.
publicity, bro.
I think I get
All
something
right, let Junior talk. Let Junior
before
talk.
you
Let Junior talk.
before you could do that, compare it to real classics. But compare it to
Exactly,
compare it to
How do that stand against Get Rich or Die
yeah,
Trying?
Get Rich or
Reasonable
Die
Doubt.
Trying, Reasonable Doubt.
No, you have to. You
Bro,
have to.
bro.
You have to
You
vote.
can't use classic
You
loosely.
have to vote on a classic within its element, bro. At
you
those times, we have already captured the moment that music has changed from then to now.
Yeah.
So within the era that we're in now, within the generation that we're
But see,
in
you're
now,
wrong.
Those
So-
classics,
so-
those
so-
classics
Rel,
then,
so Rel.
those classics then will be classics now.
Exactly.
If you're
So-
gonna use that element, then nothing comes out as a classic. Then
Now,
nothing.
can I
Nothing
respond
will
to
be a
that?
classic.
That's not
Hold
true.
on.
Let Jay just speak.
Hold
It's
on.
mad screaming
I
going
know
on.
that. That's why I'm trying to let everybody talk one at a time. I want to have a rebuttal to your whole classic statement. It goes back to a quick saying. This whole microwave judging, whatever. After one or two listens, after 2-3 days,
Yep.
you can't judge an album.
That's a
you
fact.
need the replay. The
Bro,
replay.
niggas
Hold
to
on.
take
Hold
it
on.
out,
Hold on.
bro.
Okay,
I'm
okay,
not
Hold on.
talking
Hold
about
on.
2-3 days,
Hold
bro.
on. I'm getting to it. You can't judge an album, but from listening to it from 3 to 4 days or even a week. Sometimes it takes even a month to 2 months to 3 months to give an actual real verdict on the album. And it goes back to say you can't by default. I need to listen to an album for 5 years, 4 to 5 years plus before I can even call it a
Exactly.
classic, bro.
Exactly.
4 to 5 years.
Yes.
You
Yes.
dragged it.
Yes.
That's
No,
not
that's
a
not a
drag.
drag.
That's not a
That's
drag.
not a drag,
That's
bro.
not a drag.
That's
That's
not
not
a
a drag.
drag.
That's not a drag.
You dragged it, bro. You
I
dragged
think that is a drag, bro.
No.
It didn't take me 5 years to know Get Rich or Die Trying was a classic, bro.
So you call it a
I know
classic?
that shit after like
So
six,
how long? So how
after
long?
6 months, I knew that was a
Nah,
classic.
you
album.
OD.
no, no.
You OD.
Yo, they
So-
put-
you OD.
Hold on,
That's
let me
a
tell
OD.
you.
Richard
That's a
Dot
No, let me
Trying?
tell you. You know it was a really good album. Yes, but for it to, you know how you know something's a classic.
It
When
went
you can-
diamond in 8 months.
Yes,
bro.
I understand
That's
that,
fine,
but
that's
when
fine.
you could listen to it, when you can listen to it now, like you heard it, like
The
in,
very first time.
When was it came out? Like 2007
Seven, to be exact.
Yeah.
That makes it a classic.
Bro.
I
And
feel
then,
like-
and then it all
'cause you-
comes back to judgment, bro. I think Purple Haze is a classic. Y'all might not think that. It all goes back to judgment. It all goes
No,
back to.
I feel like it goes in the order. You have it needs time before you can use that word, bro.
Exactly.
I agree. I
You
agree.
can't
Doesn't
call
need
it.
agree.
four-
I
I agree
agree.
with the time, but
May-
doesn't
okay.
need 4 years.
But
Maybe
that-
not that
that's-
long,
that's
But
a
you
drag,
said
my
you
nigga,
said
for 4
Pusha T's a
years.
classic and it's only been out for about 3 weeks.
Not even a
I'm,
month.
and
ago.
then, I'm talking about the
That's a
element.
drag, nigga.
That's a fact, Darren.
That's a
This is,
drag.
where, this is where I'm gonna correct you at.
That's a
I'm
drag,
a
nigga.
Pusha
There you
T.
go with this
I'm a
shit.
Pusha T fan. I'm a Pusha T fan. I listen to Pusha T. I listen to all his projects. At the end of the day,
It's his
this
best
is
project,
what
and I would agree.
Yes,
Okay,
I
and
understand
Pusha
what
T
you're
I
is
agree
an
too.
element within hip hop. So if I'm looking at Pusha T as an element within hip hop, and I say this album is his best album, I generate that as his classic, which makes it a classic for me because he's
For
in
you.
music
Keyword.
for me, and I listen to Pusha T.
Okay.
If y'all don't listen to Pusha T and all his projects,
I
you can
understand.
make
You
those
can't-
the judge.
you can't really
can-
judge.
You can't really
No,
judge. You
I
make
understand
that
what you're.
judgment.
I understand what you're saying. I perfectly understand what you're saying. But this is where I go from logic from emotional. You got to think. Well, I think's laughing. I'm not even like this. This is what I mean. Like you like it right now, of course, because you have all these feelings about this album. Is really good. You excited about it, cool. But then to make it a classic, you have to compare it with other classics. There's got to be some kind of balance for you to.
Okay,
you know
so,
what I mean?
so
you know
answer
what I'm
this
saying,
question.
though?
But answer this question.
What?
Besides the old shit that you're going to refrain to, what has been a classic in the last 5 to 6 years? Then,
What?
because y'all can just from going off of what y'all saying,
I think
nothing
Kendrick-
that comes
I think
out
Kendrick
lately
album-
has been a classic.
I think Kendrick
Nothing.
album.
Yes, Good Kid, Mad City.
Good Kid, Mad City.
It's
Kendrick
a
album.
classic.
Yes, that's a
I
classic.
can listen to
I'm
it.
talking about Givens. I'm talking about.
No, you can't do that.
I'm
You're
talking
not
about Givens. I'm talking about Givens.
You out.
How is that a given?
there's niggas out here that will say anything Kendrick put out has been a classic.
Okay,
just because he's
no,
Kendrick.
I'm talking about Good Kid. I'm talking
Bro,
about Good Kid, Mad
I'm
City.
talking about real.
I'm not talking about.
June, you're a real music nigga. I'm talking about give me real music shit.
Oh,
Don't
so
give
Kendrick
me,
not real?
Don't give me J. Cole. Don't give me Kendrick. I'm talking about give me real
Nipsey.
music nigga shit.
Nipsey.
Too early.
That's
You're
not
not-
no
way
too early.
And honestly, to my opinions, I think the marathons is better.
Yes,
than that.
thank you.
Crenshaw is even better than it.
Thank you.
But I mean, but this is me. I listen to Nip. You know what I mean? Nip's one of my favorite rappers. So like you said, if niggas is not into,
And that's the thing.
niggas not into
that's
push
another
like
thi-
that.
That's another.
But it's been
opinion.
6 months. I said it took 6
All right,
months.
that's
another thing, too.
That's
Saha
another,
the
hold on,
Prince.
hold on. That's another
I
thing.
say at least
Have
a
you
year.
went back to listen to those tapes?
Exactly.
Because you
Yes.
you saying it's a classic,
Yep.
but if you've never,
Nope.
just like how you
Facts.
told us, you're a Pusha T fan. I'm a Pusha T like fanatic. That's the type of thing that you want. You said Nipsey Hussle's album is a classic. Did you go back to listen to any Crenshaws, any marathon, the marathon continues, the relapse or I forgot the name of the
I'll
shit.
tell you,
But it's like he has compilations of a specific
Victory
brand.
lap.
Yeah, the victory lap. He has compilations, and I was on that from years ago.
Yep.
So now, I'm comparing.
Any of those do you say is a classic? Besides,
Yeah, the marathon
Crenshaw.
continues.
Marathon continues. Crenshaw's a classic.
okay.
Well,
so
what I'm saying for
And,
is
and,
time.
I'm just saying
and I'm not saying
besides
classic.
the Kendrick,
We didn't even get to
besides
the Jay-Z and
Coles,
Beyonce shit.
That's a
who
fact. I
has
like that
been
shit too.
who has been a classic to y'all? Besides Forest Hill Drive, because I know we're gonna get on
You
that.
can't do that, bro.
Besides-
Like if it is what it is.
But you know what he did?
I'm saying, but there's so much, bro.
I think he's asking.
We push out so much music. We post so much music. We put in the chats,
But
so much. Y'all
this
giving
is
me
why-
That's
But
that's clearly
goes
that's
back to what we was arguing in the first place. It's like, yo, we pushed out so much music to a point where like music is like we push anything out
Toss
now,
it
so
away.
it's not built like
not
So
valuable
besides
to
us? It's not
Kendrick,
as
and
valuable.
besides Cole, nobody else has classics.
That's
No,
the,
I didn't
that's
say
that's,
that.
that's
That's
another
the consensus.
We're not
No,
saying
no,
that.
no, no.
That's gonna take some time to think. But
All
that
right,
hold
I was
on,
just
but
about
that
to
goes
say-
back to say you can't throw that classic word so loosely. Look
I'm-
how
'cause you
hard
gotta
it is
compare it to the
like even
best.
think about anything within the last 5-10 years, bro. And you
Okay.
that shit didn't even last 1 month. And you talk about classic,
Yes,
nigga.
because
slow it down,
no,
bro.
I know. I don't have to
You
slow it
have
down,
to, bro.
Bro, listen to what I'm saying to you, bro. If I look at you as a pillar in the game, to me, Pusha is a pillar in the game. He has made his don't cut me off. He has made his stance in the game. He's a knowledgeable rapper in the game. Drake felt hurt enough by him. He wouldn't do this if he was a bullshit nigga. So Drake felt strongly enough that this nigga came at him that he
That
had
don't
to
got
come
nothing
at-
to do with nothing.
Hold-
How was the
oh
album,
my
bro?
God, let me finish my point.
Talk about the album.
Drake, I'm not talking about the album right now. I'm just telling you about the person. Pusha is a pillar in the game to me and to a lot of people. So if you drop a project that I feel is your best project ever, I feel like it's your best project ever, and you are a pillar in the game, then to me, that is a classic.
That does not make it a classic.
That doesn't
Bro,
make it a
that's
classic.
Does not make it a
his
classic.
opinion.
Okay, that's
He's
y'all.
saying
that's his
That's
opinion.
y'all,
To him,
my
that's his
nigga.
opinion.
That's
To him,
my
to him.
judgment.
But
That's
that's
my
not even.
judgment, bro.
But there is a definition to a classic, though, bro. And
What's
I
the
feel like
Everybody has to have a different definition.
everybody.
of it.
Let me ask
it's
you this,
different
though.
definitions
Let me
to
ask you
classics.
this.
No,
So-
classics is all based on opinion. So at the end of the day, if it's Rel's
Yeah,
opinion, then,
it's his opinion.
then that's
He
what it
can
is.
feel that way about that album right
But-
now. It's fired.
All right.
2020, he ain't playing that no more. That's not a.
You don't
that's
know
not
that because at the end of the day,
That's
reasonable-
why I'm saying he has to wait.
All right,
He
Look,
has to wait.
Reasonable Doubt is a classic to a lot of people. To Rel, it's not.
That's fine.
So that's
But
it's
it took,
all opinion
but
based.
it took time for people to even start bringing up that word classic. Niggas was not talking about classic when Reasonable Doubt was out for 2-3 years, but because it's too early for all of that, bro. And you gotta apply
All right.
that.
Okay.
It's too
Yes,
early, bro.
that's your opinion,
all,
bro.
I don't- that's not an
But
opinion.
also
That's
it
the way
take-
it works. That's the way you.
Nah,
that's the way
Also,
the
with
term.
Jay-Z,
That's the way the term classic
with
works,
Hov,
bro.
my nigga, it take time to break down all.
Bro,
'cause
I'm
like
not the
this-
only one that says
it takes
this,
a
bro.
while.
Pusha's the
I'm not
same
the
way,
only-
my nigga.
I'm not the only one that says this, bro. I'm not the only. There's been plenty of niggas that's in the game that I watch on Instagram that said, "Yo, this Pusha T album is a classic,
Because
bro."
they
And I
riding-
quote, bro. And I quote.
I
this is
would-
not just me.
I would hope they've been listening to these other Pusha T albums for them to
I would
put this one
agree.
a
It's
classic
his
too.
best
Exactly.
album that I've ever heard.
Me too.
It's his best
It
album.
is
That's
for
where it
me
stands
too,
for me.
but calling it a classic is way too early for that.
Yo, your best work is a classic.
That's his
bro.
opinion.
No, it's
You're
not.
a-
That's
So
his
how
opinion.
about so
It's
how
not,
about if
bro.
he makes your album better than this? It's a
Okay.
classic too.
No, all right, yeah, it might be
No,
a classic
nigga,
too.
you
But
need
so
to-
far, we
Nah.
judge
How many
you.
classics
we judge
can you get?
You,
Is
we
it-
judge you.
do you only get one classic or-
there's
or-
there's
Nah, there's
umpteen
endless.
amounts of classics.
I think
All
everything
right.
MJ
But
put out was
my
a
only
classic.
thing, my only thing is like if you're gonna make it a classic, you gotta compare it. You gotta compare it to other shit that you like. You gotta
He's saying he doesn't
compare it
want
to other shit.
He's saying he
yeah.
can't do that.
No,
with these
not
old
his,
albums.
not his other body of work. Other albums and records that you thought were classics, and then you do. Does it level up to? Does it level up?
Does that
if it don't meet your
yeah.
expectation, if you feel like a Nas album was a classic, exactly. Do that matches with?
Do you feel like it's Illmatic? Like, do you feel like it's Illmatic? Do you feel like it's Get Rich?
So if it's not
Illmatic,
that's his
opinion. Okay, is it near? Is it near Illmatic?
That's not even.
So how could you call it a classic then?
I didn't call Nas album a classic.
No.
Talking about the Pusha T.
I'm saying
I'm
you
talking
feel
about
like
Illmatic.
Nas is
You
Illmatic.
gotta if that's the
Pusha T.
if that's the bar.
Favorite rapper.
But I'm just saying.
No,
but that's the bar though.
There
That's
you go.
where you set the bar.
There's a bar.
You set the
There's
bar.
a classic
That's
bar.
a fact.
Now
That's
you
a
have
fact,
to
bro.
compare.
So
classic
that's
to
what we
classic.
trying to say.
Hence
Like,
why I'm talking about logic and emotions. Like you like Pusha T shit. Like right now, it's hot because that's what you listening
Exactly.
to right now.
I still listen to Pusha T old album, even
no,
though I don't listen to this one.
I dig it, but this is what's right.
It's so fire to you right now. You in emotion.
But that's why
what
I'm
you're
just
speaking
saying.
off of,
But
bro.
2-3
Would I
years from
compare
now,
it to Illmatic?
Microwave
Would I compare it to?
opinions.
Yes,
nigga.
that's exactly what
would
that
I
is.
compare it to Illmatic? No, I'm not going to do that. But I still feel like
why
this
wouldn't
is,
you do that?
Because I'm gonna. This is what I'm saying. I'm gonna judge you within your element, bro. I'm not gonna judge you off of what this nigga's doing, what that nigga's doing.
So
you
Drake.
It seemed
So
like
you
you judge
hold
Drake.
on, hold on.
It seemed like
One at a time. One at a time.
It seemed like you moving the paradigm for what you consider
that's
a
what
classic.
he's doing.
No, I'm not. No, I'm
Yes.
not. I judge people off of their body of work, just like Drake. All his albums I put out, all his albums he put out, I judge him off of those albums. If I don't feel like any is a classic,
So none of Drake albums, none was even near.
Not to me.
So let's go back to let's go
me.
back to Illmatic. Like you said, you put him in that era. That's it. Do you feel like Illmatic is just for its era?
For that point in time, there's young niggas now that won't be like, get the fuck out of here. That's not a classic.
But no, I'm asking you, like you said, it's your opinion. This
Yes.
is your opinion.
That's
so
a classic
it's just
album,
for
yes.
like you just put in that time capsule. That's what it's for. Just
Or
90s. That's
across
it.
the board.
Yes, for
No,
that
nothing
time
else.
you have to, bro.
No,
At this
so
time of
you
age, have
don't.
to.
So you don't.
have to.
So
You don't
there's,
cross
like,
eras with
You don't
classics.
think? Yeah, you don't think it's better. You even if it was put out now, you don't think it's still fire.
Maybe to me, yeah, but
But it's
honestly,
your opinion. This is what you. This is all that's I'm talking about. It's just your opinion. It's
Yeah,
just your
never
opinion.
mind everybody
to me,
else.
it's cross platforms from the 90s
Yes.
to the
So
fucking 2000s.
how come? So this is what I'm
Okay.
saying. So how come you could do that with that, but you just saying with this Pusha T thing is just
It's in my it's in my
just you
classic
putting in that
realm.
one box.
Yeah, no, it's still in my classic realm, but it's within different generations.
But you saying with Illmatic you can move it from different generations, but Pusha T shit
It's
No,
on
I
you
didn't
now.
say
you
you
just
couldn't
for
move
now.
it. I didn't say.
So you
couldn't
think
move
10 years from now you gonna play that?
it. Yeah, I still play Pusha
And I'm
T
gonna
old
keep.
album, bro.
But this is
Too
what I'm
early
saying.
to even make
another
that
thing
judgment.
too.
Be honest.
Another thing I could tell you too is like, yo, there's certain classics. I'm still absorbing information that I didn't really realize in Reasonable Doubt and Illmatic. You know what I mean? And these are albums I've listened to every day.
Question. I just had off not even off topic. Would you say Diddy No Way Out was a classic?
Yeah.
Nah.
No.
I wouldn't call it a classic, but it's
would.
fire.
It's a good
Nah,
one.
bro.
Okay. And I was just asking.
Victory's a classic.
I actually
Yes,
think
Victory, the song is a classic.
Yeah,
Yes.
it's
It's
Victory,
a classic
of course.
song.
What
It's a
song
classic
did
song.
y'all skip
That still
on
ain't
No
give me
Way
no
Out?
classics
lot.
from now.
A
You can say a
lot,
lot.
bro.
Yo,
I'm
Danger.
not even gonna hold you.
Danger, give me a classic
lot.
from right now before we could close this segment.
From right now,
Yeah, besides Kendrick and J. Cole, give me a classic.
a classic
Hey,
album.
so you could close
A
the
potential classic.
444 is a potential classic.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. And you
I
agree?
played it
And you
so
agree because
safe.
you put it out.
No.
All right, I'll give
Nah,
you one.
yo,
I'll give
you
one. I'll
can't
give
do
you
that.
one.
You can't. You ask and he
Why?
tells you. You can't.
He said Rello don't want you.
Jay-Z,
Yo, I'm just saying, you going by consensus, so of course, like, what do you expect? Like, I
I
can say
want
certain
classic.
All
albums.
right. Saha the Prince.
So there's no
Saha the
classics, bro.
Prince.
To answer your question, there's no classics.
Thank you.
Saha the Prince.
So why? Because you
that's-
because you like
that's
because you
not-
like it because you like
See,
it
I'm
because you
not
like
saying-
it
Oh,
because you
you
like
see how
it
you do it?
Because you like him, bro.
narrative, I'm saying, bro.
You wildin'.
I'm not saying because I like it. I'm just saying because he actually gave me what he feel like is a classic.
But it's-
y'all
I
giving
could-
me safe. Y'all giving me safe niggas.
Okay,
But you
all right,
asking
I'll
me-
give you
but
one,
you
I'll give you
asking
one.
me for
And you might
consensus.
agree.
You-
Sahari the Kid shit. I think that's a classic.
Okay.
I'm gonna listen to that.
Thank you.
And it's all the people you mentioned
Yeah,
that
but
he
it's
likes.
shit
Come
that he
on,
liked,
bro.
though. Yeah,
I'm not
yeah.
saying I'm
Yeah,
not,
my
I'm not
bad,
talking
nigga.
about what I like and what
If I had
don't
told
like.
you, if I told you Meek Mill, Dreaming Nightmares could have
Thank
been
you.
a possible
Thank you.
classic.
For you,
what
is
would
that
you-
a classic?
I think
It could be a
All right,
classic.
okay.
Because I
So-
can listen to that whole shit 5 years from now.
Listen,
Okay, thank you.
I consider Dreams and Nightmares two album. I know
Like
it's a mixtape.
also or part 2?
Part 2.
There's part two. There's part two.
For Dream, no,
No,
it's
Dream
not
Chasers,
Dream,
bro.
not Dream Chasers. I'm bugging.
That's why I'm like,
I consider Dream
it's part
Chasers
two?
Oh,
two
okay, my
album,
fault.
but I know it's a mixtape.
Yeah,
But
DJ
I
got
think
exclusive
that's
I'm very
Trash,
disappointed
man.
that June couldn't give me a classic, bro. Besides Kendrick and J. Cole, I'm very disappointed you couldn't
What?
give me.
No.
I'm
Like,
mad-
what are you talking about?
I'm
Like
mad
I
'cause
said,
he gave it to you.
I
and
gave you
and he didn't
Crenshaw
accept it.
Marathon.
He
Exactly.
didn't accept it.
Like I said,
Oh,
Crenshaw.
I didn't accept it.
You did
All
accept
right,
it.
my bad. I
He's a
apologize.
narrative.
Hold
You
on.
know that? He's a
I
narrative
apologize.
pusher. But
I
it's all good.
apologize. I apologize.
Hold on. Before we go into the next topic, let's get back to the topic and we can stay on this for like 5
No, we
minutes.
gotta go to the next topic.
About Nas, nigga. We asked about
Nas
Nas.
album was okay.
It was okay.
good.
I liked the like 3-4 songs. That whole mesh, I wasn't fucking with
yo, I
it.
ain't gonna
Nas
lie.
still got the balls. He ain't never losing.
Would I
That's
go
all
back
can
to
say.
that? Would I go back to listen to the
I
album?
like
Not
every
really.
Song. I like every song, bro.
I don't. I
Not
only
me.
like 3-4. I'm not gonna hold you.
like
He does 9
I like the
songs. I
Slick
probably
Rick
like
shit.
5.
I like the Slick Rick
5.
shit and I like the shit with Dream and
I like both of them with Dream.
Yeah, both.
I
Intro
don't-
was fire.
Intro is fire.
That's the four. That's the four
Bro,
right there.
That everything
else-
is good.
So it was
4
decent.
out of 7.
It was decent then.
4 out of 7
It
is
was
pretty
it was
good.
de- yeah. I was about to say, it was
I don't
decent.
like 4 out of 7.
I only listened to it like 3-4 times, and I don't see myself going back.
I don't
on
like
that.
the intro.
too.
I'm not gonna-
I like a safe 5-6.
Nah, that's a fail, bro.
No. He said say 5-6 songs out of
Songs.
7.
Oh, okay. I thought
So
you
that's
did
like
it.
an 80.
Nah, he like
okay,
that.
okay. How you
Next
feel,
topic.
June?
Next topic.
I
Next
liked
topic.
it.
Next topic.
I liked it.
You like the whole thing?
Well, you know what's so funny? One of my least favorite songs is Everything. I felt like it was too emo for me.
I mean, it is what it is.
How you feel? Is how you feel.
Yeah.
Nas,
But
you
I
know,
like the
you
album. I
just,
really like the album. But I said Everything, like the song Everything, I felt like I'm not big on
Can I
Kanye
just say one
singing
more
and
thing?
all that type of stuff. I'm
feel-
not into
never
that.
get into the next topic.
I felt Nas had the lyrics, but the productions was kind of like
They were just-
the production wasn't horrible. It
could've
just
been
wasn't
better.
Nas.
Yes,
That's it.
yes,
That's
yes,
it.
yes. Thank
That's
you.
it. Wasn't
That's
Nas.
how I felt.
I
You know
know
what it
how I
is?
felt.
We're too passionate about music. We always go over.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Next thing.
At the end of the day, we all love you,
Next
Nas.
thing.
Shouts to Nas.
Shout out to
Still got the
Nas, man.
bars
Congrats
all
on the
day, every
project.
day. Definitely. I want to move into our next topic. With this whole Rich the Kid thing, I want to get you guys' point of view on. Everybody's saying that his girl set him up, for the robbery. How
Bitch, you say shit.
him and his girl got robbed. I want to get from you guys a point of view as to what are some of the go tell signs that you feel like come from females when they're just into your money or they're not really into you, they're into your popularity. Because you might be a DJ, you might be a famous photographer, whatever the case may be. They might and these
famous dancer.
Thank
you,
dancer,
Junior.
et cetera.
Rapper.
Because these
Facts.
these females they like stuff like that. If you popping on
Include
Instagram, you got a lot of
bitch.
followers. They want to fuck with you because of those reasons. What do you feel like is some of the tell signs that a chick is with you for those reasons and not really because she want to be with you?
The minute she says she a model and her booking info is on Instagram.
Damn, boy.
On it.
He ain't waste no time.
I mean, I'm just being real, bro, because they going to look at it like, oh, okay, he lit. He going to get my followers lit. And that's really what it's about. You ain't even got to have money now. If you got followers, you got it.
You think you could tell if a chick is lying on you or not?
Yeah.
Lining you?
How?
I couldn't tell.
How?
You talking about lining you up to get robbed?
Yeah.
Anything.
Yeah.
Killed, beat up, anything.
Yeah, I think you could tell that.
There's
How?
some master finesses out here,
Yeah,
boy.
please tell me.
Nah,
Please enlighten
I'm
me.
just saying, like,
Yeah, I
you
like to
tell.
know too.
Put me on.
I don't know. I wouldn't
Put
be able
me
to
on.
tell.
I'm just saying, most of the time,
You could tell
when
some.
you get lined up, it's by a girl that you just meet. I don't think it's always. It ain't gonna be somebody you knew for 20 years.
You
or-
you
Of course
never
it is.
know, bro.
No,
You definitely don't know.
There's
bro.
something called
You
a
never
long
know.
con, my nigga. They could be in it for the you know what I
I'm
mean.
not
bigger
saying it's
picture.
impossible, but I'm just saying it's more likely for somebody that you just met
Yeah,
to do some shit like
Yeah,
that.
it's more likely.
because it's quicker.
So I
It's
mean,
quicker.
I think sometimes dudes gotta have that same energy with a new dude that they met or linked up with through their man or whatever. Like I don't really.
This shit
It's
remind
funny.
me
You
of
gotta have that same.
I'm glad that you brought that up because for some reason it's easier for me to like tell if a nigga trying to lie me or if his vibe is funny as opposed to a girl.
But he
bro.
just told
Yeah,
you.
'cause
He just told June. Just told you.
This
Master
shit-
finesses
This
out
shit
here.
remind me
Yeah,
of
niggas is
crazy.
safer with women.
Another thing too, let's be real. Niggas is blinded by pussy.
This shit remind
No,
me
you
of
ain't
the-
even got to do nothing with her. Niggas is just blinded. 'Cause
That's what
they
I'm saying.
say
Yeah.
they just think
They
like,
blinded
oh,
by
a girl,
vagina.
a girl ain't gonna
You
try
could
to.
tell somebody lying
That's
on you.
crazy. You
Jim?
making
know
me
what
think
I'm
about
saying?
that, son.
Y'all
No,
ever
not
see
at
that-
all. But I'm just
I trust
I'm
the
talking
girl
about niggas
quicker
don't-
than the
don't do
nigga.
that.
Y'all,
Don't do that.
y'all
I'm
ever see
asking
that
a fair
Keisha
question.
video by
What?
Davies? Y'all ever see that Keisha video by Davies?
Yeah,
heard
yeah, I saw it.
That's
Damn, I
that
ain't
that
see it.
that's what it remind me of. It's just like you meet a John and
They can lie
like,
you.
It's first instance is like, yo, I'm on it.
Yeah.
We got it. I got it. And then at the end of the day, at the end of the night, Your money gone. Your jewels is gone. Whatever.
Didn't that happen to Rick Ross?
Somebody else had a song like that. Was it Nas?
What?
Somebody else had a song about he was fucking, and then the chick robbed him.
You talking about? I know. Yeah, it's on. I Am.
No, that's not the song. He said. I think the way what he's.
What?
Trust me, if it's that same song, that song is a classic. It's called Undying Love.
Undying Love.
But
yeah,
I don't
yeah,
think
yeah,
is that what you're talking about though?
No, but he's talking about he's just talking about the situation of
storyteller.
a woman could finesse you.
Yeah.
Finesse.
Yeah.
He's just talking
I
about
listened to that song
Undying
2 days
Love.
ago, bro, and my eyes still get teary.
Yeah,
so
that's my
go
point.
listen to
My
it.
point
I
is saying
Am
that you
Nas,
could find,
Undying
you could
Love.
see that.
You know it's real because, like, you know, when it comes to this DJ shit, like when you hot, and it's noticeable. When you cold, it's noticeable. It's the same thing.
So easy. You don't think
she was around when niggas is hot, and then I'm like, all right, yo, so you don't want to hit me up no more because my bookings ain't fleaky like
that new.
Oh, that's how it's working.
That new flyer you posted. I bet you got a lot of. Hey,
man.
how you been?
Nah.
Heard
coming.
you.
It's coming.
I've been there before.
It's coming.
Been there before.
So a lot of people that didn't know Quicks was a very long time promoter. How do you feel about this topic? Do you feel like
Nobody around that post office spicy.
Forgot about that. You had that.
Why he
that,
give you the
that
eyes, though?
feeling that a lot of females used to be try to get next to you because you was a promoter. Because there was a lot of females that like to be next to promoters and niggas that throwing parties and stuff like that.
You know about that life too, real. But we get to that after you, Quicks. We get to that after you, Quicks.
What's the question? Chicks would just try to get next to you because I'm a promoter.
Just because you a promoter, they think because
Did you
you're
notice
a promoter,
the
you got a big following, and you throw parties. They want to get into the parties for free.
That's a given. Every promoter goes through that. It's just how you react towards it.
It's not about that. He's asking like, can you tell if a chick?
Of course, they just like
trying to.
They'll hit you when they know the party's gonna be lit. It's like, yo, what's good?
How you been? Hey, big head.
Yeah, exactly. And
So y'all niggas know exactly what I'm talking about.
and it's not just it's not just chicks. It's just people in general.
Facts, because
Dudes
niggas be doing that shit too.
Yeah.
Sometimes the niggas do that.
Niggas be texting you, hey, big head.
Can I finish?
Good one. I like that one.
When we had a party and it was buzzing, like the buzz for the party was retarded.
Niggas hit
like,
you the day before.
We from New York, so New York, however how big it may look, it's
Hey,
little
big
as
head.
hell. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, let me talk. Yeah, this nigga like we do that shit. Go ahead.
Yo, we from New York, so as big as New York may be, like the urban scene is not as it's small and huge at the same time. So when we have an event and the buzz,
I have to do it. But go ahead.
Yeah, but go ahead.
and the buzz will be crazy. That day, 2 days before, they feeling you can see the buzz is crazy. Yo, what's good? I get random texts from people I don't talk to ever.
He's like, hey, big head.
Nah, but
Yo, this nigga Hypa. That's stuck on his whack ass joke.
Yo, son, this nigga Hypa just.
Yo, but let me ask you something.
Nigga just
But as
ask
niggas,
your whole story, bro.
but
Just to
as-
say that
but,
shit. That's crazy.
Ask you some real shit though. Y'all know that situation, obviously.
Yeah.
But obviously, did you ever use it to your advantage?
Of
You ever
course.
y'all haven't finessed the finesser? Oh, all right. Some niggas is quiet.
That's
No,
always
it's all
good to do.
No,
Spicy.
Great thing.
Here we go, John.
What
Nigga is spicy, boy.
You gotta put the
finesse,
chili over his head.
Nah,
when
that's
you
a
do the
fact.
edits.
But yes,
we scared out here. Or what?
We gonna start doing that.
If you not, if,
Danger, what up,
you,
bro?
if somebody's gonna finesse
Yo,
you, you
Junior,
gonna try
you
to
ever finesse the
back.
finesser?
Yeah,
I want to hear about it.
that's a fact.
I want to give me a
Yo,
detailed
Dane-Ja,
story.
he asked you though, bro.
Before we tell you,
Yeah,
before I tell you a story,
Nigga,
you tell me.
you
a
supposed to
story.
go after, real nigga. You trying to cut niggas?
Go on, no. He
No,
asked you.
no,
It's a lot of
you want to hear
finesse
your
going
story?
on at the
nigga.
table.
Nah, bro, you up. Yo, honestly, I wasn't a promoter for that long. I only promoted because I felt like the popping thing to do at the time.
Okay,
So, and
so
Quick was
let me
always
just
on
adjust
it.
it for you.
You was clout chasing, bro?
No, because
Yes, he was.
You
listen,
absolutely
bro,
right.
you wasn't a
I worked, nigga, a couple
I
times.
see how it felt.
you wasn't a promoter, but you dance, but you rap.
Ray was a promoter.
You in the gym,
He
so
was a
the
thought.
question goes back to you based on what you do.
There's a lot of females that want to deal with you off of what you're doing, whether it be professionally or non-professionally. They like what you're doing. They like the fact that you're a dancer.
They get
like
turned
the
off
fact
by
that you're a rapper. There's a lot of different, and it's up
Your
to
status
you
and ambition.
what you. Yeah, it's up to you what you do with that attraction that you gain And that's with anything.
Have
Whether
a-
it be your looks, whether you're a pretty boy like this nigga, it doesn't matter about what you. It's
I'm
all
ugly
about
now.
what you do with the females that you attract. And at the end of the day, I took down a couple of females from the things that
From
they
being a
attracted.
promoter.
When you
Yeah,
say
yeah,
take
bro.
down,
Niggas
Yo, danger.
trying to divert shit to me, nigga. Fuck out of here.
I think June asked you a very good question. bro.
I think June needs to answer his own question too.
Oh, my, yo,
Do you
this
feel?
is
Do you
scary.
hold on, Ease, do you feel like you could never get finessed?
hell no, nigga.
Really, never.
Can't get finessed.
I don't feel I can't get finessed.
Oh, I thought you said you
No,
can't.
I said can't. You don't think you can get finessed? I said.
I believe I could get
Oh,
finessed.
okay.
I believe I've
Do you-
gotten
Oh,
finessed.
I'm about to say,
okay.
Yeah, I'm not exempt.
So
I
it
think-
goes
I
back
think
to
anybody
Julia's
could get
question. Have y'all ever finessed the finesser?
Yes.
We all answered that.
Yes.
But how?
Besides
Y'all
Dane-Ja
niggas want to say
and
yes.
fucking Hypa and
Y'all niggas
shit.
saying yes or no, but how? How did you finesse the finesser?
How
did
you
you
get finessed?
Since y'all want to be spicy, niggas,
We
fuck out of
answered
here.
everything.
No,
How
y'all
did you
niggas with
finesse?
that generalized answers.
You
knew
good?
that.
All right, we
Get
gonna
outta
move
here.
on because you
Hell
Hey, next topic.
you
Next
Think
topic.
they
Hell
slick,
yeah.
nigga.
Scary
Fuck
cat.
out of
Like
here.
you talk about
Yo.
2 weeks ago.
How y'all got finessed?
I know. Ain't
What the fuck you talking about?
no story, nigga.
Next topic.
Yo,
Ain't no story,
yo,
nigga.
I got bill words for after this podcast tonight. That's a busy.
Yep.
Be prepared. Tonight is a bill words. Well, we're going to keep moving on. I want to deal with something that's
Crazy.
very, very, very
Yo,
important to me.
we
I feel,
didn't really. Go ahead.
What?
Because I was gonna say we didn't really talk about J&B album. I thought it was.
Oh, we gonna get to it, bro.
oh, we going to get
my
to
bad,
that.
my bad, my bad.
Take
I thought it was
Take your
right after
time, now,
Nas.
youth.
Nah,
we got time?
they all
Henny
up in it.
hitting.
They all up in it.
He don't drink.
Something that I seen
That's
that
even worse.
Yeah, true.
something that I seen on Instagram or something that's also been a part of my life. One of my homegirls has been diagnosed with cancer, so I feel like that's a very big issue. I want to get you guys' point of view on it as to, let's just say you in a relationship with a homegirl or a partner or whatever, and they get diagnosed with a terminal illness. How do you feel about sticking around? Do you feel like, let's give honest answers as to how you feel about sticking around, or do you feel like you will be able to stick around and stick with it through a partner that has a terminal illness such as cancer, and all these other illnesses that's going on? Hypa, I want to start on your side.
He could continue, but I don't know if y'all noticed, but Corrupt, the rapper Corrupt.
Yeah, that's just based off him too.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's what it was.
Honest answer, bro.
If I was, I'm trying to see how I could answer it.
I feel at this point, right now, me being married, yes, but before, nah, I don't think I would have stayed.
Keeping it in a
What do you
stack.
keep-
He
keep
kept
it
it in
in
a
the
stack.
stack. Keep it in stack.
You
That's
mean
what I
like-
want.
Keep it in
Real
stack.
answers, real
Like
answers.
if I was in a relationship, I know I'm not gonna give 100%. I'm not gonna be with it. I'll probably opt out. But because at this point of my life now, if that was to happen,
But I think that's for anybody, depending on how. Well, at least for me, depending on how
that's just me
deep
being
the
honest.
relationship is. If it's just something we're just talking and we're not like a couple like that.
You've
then I
been
can
with her
understand.
for 5-6 years.
Of course, no,
And-
I'm
and
in it. I'm in it.
Potentially, you see, you're gonna marry her.
Yes, I'm in it to win it.
2 years.
I'm in it to win it. And
No,
no-
I need you to.
Can I finish?
No, it matters, bro. Before you continue,
Christ.
No, I'm not. I'm cutting you off for a reason. It matters. I'm trying to
2 years, it doesn't matter. We're in a relationship. It's my girlfriend. No matter what happens, I'm with you. You need. It's not because you need it, but I want to support you no matter what.
1 year.
I definitely respect it.
It doesn't matter 1 year. Yeah, if I'm
You
with
said
you,
it depends on how deep. So the
Yo,
time matters,
if
bro.
I'm just talking to you and we're just like having sex, then like at the end of the day, I'm gonna be here for you, but we're not in a relationship.
I'm talking about. Okay,
We're in a relationship.
if you're
I'm
in
there.
if you're in a relationship,
Yes, I'm there.
7 months.
Yo,
At any point,
Doesn't
if
it-
he-
it doesn't-
if he
alright,
established
alright.
that's his girl,
Hey,
he's
yo,
there.
Exactly.
Okay, so as long as that's your shorty.
If it's my girl, I'm there. I'm not leaving you because you have a terminal illness. At the end of the day, we're gonna get past it. And if something happens where you're not here anymore, I'm gonna grieve.
Okay.
But at the end of the day, I chose you. You're my girl, not because you're healthy. You're my girl because I love you. Like
There's
that's
a
the point.
connection.
Yeah, the connection is
Heard
there.
you.
So I'm gonna be there regardless.
What are you clapping for?
Nah, I mean he's
Good
clapping.
answer. It's a
Yeah,
very
I mean
solid
that
answer.
to piggyback with what he's saying. I agree. Like I don't know. I'm still a humanitarian at the end of the day. I know y'all may not think that, but
you're not that bad of a guy.
I don't know. Yeah, but this is fucking
I just feel like, I mean, it's.
Hold on before you continue. I just feel like I'm now thinking about that question. I never even thought about it at the time, but I can't. You have a sickness, you have an illness. Our relationship is going good, and I just sit here like, damn, you sick. I gotta go. Like, how you feel at the end of the day? How do you even look at yourself? How do you look at yourself as a person?
Honestly, there's some niggas that can't deal with it, bro.
You said some niggas that can't.
And there's some
I know. I'm just not one of them. I'm just not one of them.
And I honestly feel you kind of wouldn't know until if
that's
you've
a fact.
been in that situation.
You 100% right.
You're absolutely right about that too.
So that's why, in a sense, it's like I had to be honest with you. Mm-hmm. I had to be honest, and I honestly feel too the time. I'm kind of co-signing with him because. If I've been talking to you for 3 months, 4 months,
it's not my girl. Like
you was getting upset that I was cutting you off, but I was cutting you off for a reason. You said how deep. The time matters, bro.
The time matters.
Because you could be deep in a relationship with a girl for 6-7 months, or you could be deep. You could not be deep with a girl in a relationship for 6-7 months. It matters, you know what I mean? And then the 1 to 2 years, all of that you got to take into play. You like if we're in it, we're in it. But now if you in it and you only with her for like 4 or 5 months. Do you still have that same feeling?
All right, if it's your girl for 3 months, if y'all been messing around,
I'm glad that you now you're saying.
And I'm just like I said it wrong at the beginning because you started really toning down the months. I'm talking about it's my girl. Uh-huh. We made it official, and even if I knew or didn't know before this, you're my girl. At the end of the day, I'm here for you. We're gonna get through this together. Hopefully, we're going to get on the other side, both of us healthy. If not, I'm still going to be here. There is no, I'm out. I can't deal with that.
What about if you're in a relationship with her for 2 years and you feel like the relationship is declining? Do you still have that same thought? Like,
even if it's declining, I may not want to be with you anymore, but the support system, there has to be some type of support system.
Then you're giving too many scenarios.
I don't think I am, bro. I don't think I'm too far-fetched because all those things all those things matter, bro.
I feel like y'all focusing on a timestamp too much.
Yeah.
I said time, but he started breaking it down. Yeah. As long as it's my girl.
I feel like the timestamp is important, bro, because certain niggas would be like, yo, yeah, I've been with Shorty for 5 years. Of course I ain't going nowhere. But other niggas will say, nigga, I've been rocking over like a couple months, nigga. I'm out. It's a dub.
How you feel about it, June?
Yeah.
Can you
talk about it, bro?
Can you deal with that situation?
I mean, like honestly, tell you the truth, I know how y'all niggas really into marriage like that. But if he's married,
yo, this nigga love to generalize.
What I'm just saying, if it's marriage, I feel like that's the vow, right?
That's the vow
from sickness and death.
No, we're talking about you.
Sickness and health.
Sickness and health. Or
we're
whatever.
talking about how you feel.
Quick question. What happened with Corrupt? Because I don't know
the same thing that he just said.
His girlfriend basically had terminal cancer, and she said she was suing him because she felt like he left her.
He abandoned her because of that.
She was going through terminal cancer.
Oh shit, that's fucked up.
Yeah, it sounds fucked up, but then like it goes back to what Hypa said. You don't know what you would do unless you were in that situation.
It's different. Like you don't know. Some people can't cope with certain things like that, knowing that somebody you love is gonna die, and you gotta watch her die. You know what I mean? There's certain aspects of it.
That's one.
I dealt with that 2 months ago. So to me, it's like it's not somebody that I'm with, but it is somebody that I love to death.
And you gotta be strong.
Exactly.
You gotta be strong about it too, because it's like number one, you can't break down in front of them because you gotta be there. You their rock. So you gotta stay there. And some niggas can't. Some niggas can't handle that. You know what I mean? So you can't necessarily blame somebody for bailing. Like, but is it the coward way for some instances? Maybe.
But that, like you said, that's one aspect. But then they got other niggas that's just embarrassed to be with somebody that has that sickness. They worrying about what other people are gonna say.
Yeah, that's true.
Which is trash.
But another thing too, I feel like
such is life.
I feel like even a timestamp has nothing to do with it. It's about somebody's connection you have with somebody. If you genuinely care for me, I can't like see myself as a person like just gonna let you even if I'm fucking with you or not. Relationship is not even thinking. I'm not even thinking about relationship anymore after you doing terminal cancer. I'm thinking about your health. Period.
Exactly.
I mean that's how it should be.
But
that's how a compassionate person should be. But realistically, Niggas don't be.
Yeah,
They just like,
but-
nah, I'm out. That's,
But
I don't want to deal with this shit.
I
I'm
think
out of here.
You're saying realistically, but realistically, there's
That's-
dudes
yeah,
that are
that's-
gonna-
Both sides.
like that.
Both sides.
Both sides.
Both
Yeah,
sides.
so it's like I'm just looking at it. I'm just looking at that person like, yo, she needs me. She needs me more than ever. So how could I look just bailing on her? Because I don't care what anybody say. Nobody wants to die alone. So it's like, so somebody going through something like that is like, yo, how could you just let like somebody go through that? Well, boyfriend. I'm not even talking about boyfriend and girlfriend no more. I'm talking about like somebody's like life is on the line because they, you know what I mean, they going through something like that. So it's like, I don't know, maybe I wouldn't be focused on being on a relationship like that more than being there for her and trying to be her support system.
But you could.
I want to grab.
Talk
E-
about
I
it.
want to
Go
grab
ahead.
E's
Nah,
perspective.
because
I'm
I
gonna
was
grab
going
E's
to say,
perspective.
based
real
on
quick.
what you just said, even with the supporting, you don't necessarily have to be in a relationship to support her. You could just be a
that's what I'm.
close
That's
friend
exactly
and
what I'm
still
saying.
support
That's
her.
what I'm saying. I'm
So-
not even thinking about boyfriend and girlfriend. I'm just thinking
you're
about that support system.
Yeah, of course.
You know what I mean? Like, honestly, tell you the truth, you got to be a different type of nigga to be like, yo,
So just
I'm
dip.
gonna dip, yo. She ain't gonna let me hit the box no more. So it's like, yo, I'm a dip. But
You'd be a fucked up.
It sounds crazy, but you know there's niggas out there like
yeah,
that. so.
but it's ain't on there. So East.
How you look
Let's
at it?
let's
East?
get the correct answer. Let's get the right answer. We know you got the right
Mr.
answer.
Philosophical.
We know you got the right answers for this.
I got a heart, man.
I'm just saying.
Yeah, all of us don't
Ease
got a
always
heart. I know.
He's always say the right thing.
We don't got a heart. I know.
You
Besides,
know that
these.
nigga Ease always say the right thing. So what you
Nah, I
think?
mean, of course, if she's my girl, I'm definitely staying for the long haul. Honestly, if we was dating, I'll be there for the long haul. That's just me. You know what I'm saying? And I'm being 100% honest. It ain't being politically correct.
But it still sounds like it. But
No,
Ladies, he's
sound
not
like it.
single.
I believe
he's
it.
in a relationship.
I believe it though.
You
Nah,
know
I
what I'm
believe it. I
saying?
believe
Like, I'm sympathetic to that. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
Especially if you have people in your family that went through it. You feel like you have to do something in certain situations, and that's one of them where it's like, damn, like I got to be there to support you. I got to be there to
It's
help
rough,
in
though,
some
man.
way. You know what I'm saying? It's
It's
real rough.
It's rough.
You know what I'm saying? Just a little.
Bro, that rough
personal, like,
sounds personal.
my
It's a
my
rough
aunt,
situation.
she didn't have cancer,
you.
but she had tuberculosis, and I had to watch her go away. You know what I'm saying? And that shit ain't
Tough.
easy.
Yeah, you're
It
right.
ain't easy at all. You know what I mean? So
Cancer
to
worse.
know somebody that goes through that, you know what I'm saying, and you kind of dip out on them, you will not when they pass, that shit gonna stay with you, bro.
Yeah,
I mean, that's
So,
how
like, for me-
that's how we would feel. But I don't understand like how certain niggas who do actually dip, like
No,
how you
I
live with
don't-
yourself after
I
that.
don't doubt
June,
that.
but
Deeper-
June,
I don't doubt that, but I'm just saying, like, for me, because I know how I would feel if I wake up and then they be like, "Oh, she passed." That should have killed me, bro.
Yeah.
So I'm
Facts.
staying no matter what.
That's a fact.
All right, but let's get deeper. Let's get deeper than this, though. The main question is. Oh, got you. Oh, I felt like the main question is like, yo, if she's going through something like that, like, how does obviously you not like fulfilled sexually, so how would you forget about that and just focus on her?
That'd be a
Or,
porno thing.
We got two
no,
hands.
it's not about
Can-
porn. Oh, you talking
Gotta
about?
be a
We
porno.
got
Oh,
two hands,
I
nigga.
respect it.
can I just flip the question?
Yeah.
If
You?
it was the other way, would you expect her to stay with you?
You don't know.
Of course.
You don't know what she's gonna do. You don't know what no
he
gal
asked,
gonna
would
he
you
asked would
expect
we
it?
expect
Would
it?
you expect
Nigga,
Would you
I
expect
wouldn't
it?
want nobody
Everybody
to,
would expect.
Yeah, of course.
but
No.
every
Nah,
gal-
I ain't gonna lie, bro. I would
No.
if I know it's
Nope.
a wrap for me. I wouldn't want her to.
What? Nah,
No,
you
I
bugging,
ain't
nigga.
saying I don't
Nah,
want her to
but
support.
you
No,
bugging.
listen,
No,
listen,
we need
listen,
honest
listen,
answers.
listen.
Let's flip the
No,
script.
listen,
I
listen.
believe him. I believe him.
Listen, I'm not saying I don't want her to support me and be there for me, but I'm not going to be like, oh, if you fucking with somebody else while I'm going through
Nah,
this.
hold
da, da, da.
I answer this question honestly, okay? I'm a kind of nigga that I'm open heartedly. I'm gonna love you to the death of you. Whatever you're going through, I'm going through it as well. But if I'm going through something, especially like an illness, and you are not there for me, you ain't shit.
But
Yo,
that's
I'm
why I
gonna
said,
say-
like, I
I'm
wouldn't
gonna say
make
something.
her feel guilty by saying,
No,
if
I'm
you
gonna make you feel guilty, bro.
But
Give me the
I'm
mic.
gonna say
I'm on my
something.
dying bed.
I'm gonna say something, and it's gonna seem like it's sexist,
Unpopular
but-
opinion, that's fine. That's
Yeah,
cool.
but-
Oddly similar.
Yeah,
Ain't nothing
alright.
new, bro.
But, yeah, all right. But I'm just saying. I'm not trying to be sexist. I'm just saying, like, men. I feel like women can't handle like seeing that more than a guy can. Not saying women
What?
can't.
Say that
Like
again.
being that support system, watching somebody they love Watching somebody they love
Women
suffer.
can't
Men can handle that more than women.
No, hold on. He's right.
You know what
I
I'm
feel like he's
Hold
right.
on. I didn't even get what he said.
I'm trying to.
Right.
He's trying to say that.
I'm saying
go
like
ahead.
women can't like suffering. Suffering is harder for women
to handle.
Certain women, not all. To watch somebody that they love.
A lot of women.
Watching somebody that they love, like really going through something that they can't help. Yeah, they can't help them.
Then it is for a man.
Then a man.
We conceal it better. We hide it better.
There's no consensus that's
don't
gonna
agree
ever
with that.
ever say that. I don't.
Well, your opinion,
This is
but
my opinion, but what I'm saying, like even perfect example, just like if a man is struggling, like if you in a relationship with a girl, right, and that man is struggling and she's trying to hold that man up or whatever. I feel like
you talking about financially?
I'm talking about anything, like even financially, even if your man is down, if a man is down or whatever, there's only so much she could tolerate before she feels like bailing.
Honestly, they're supposed to be better than that than we are, bro.
You can't say that. Though. You can't say
I'm not getting to the
sound like
whole
it,
big
No,
thing
we having
about
a real
it.
man
But a
conversation.
woman is supposed to be able to comfort you and
Supposed to.
console you
Yes.
better than a man can, bro.
But
That's
a
what-
man,
Supposed
but a
to.
man is
Supposed
supposed.
to.
Yes,
Yes,
but
that's
a man
what
is
it's
supposed to take care. You know what I mean? Be a protector
Save
in
face.
everything.
Yeah, I'm
You
not.
gotta-
Yes,
you gotta-
but if a man's not certain doing it at that moment, because you know, like we all men, we go through certain things. There's trials and tribulations. We don't have the answers to everything.
To piggyback
There's-
off what you were saying, I agree with what you're saying about women. They can't handle it, but so funny.
Not all, just some.
I agree with you. They can't handle it, but they be the first one that still hold you down. They be
Yes.
the same one.
Not all the time, bro. Not all the time.
Despite them
all
not
the
being
time.
able to handle that seeing you dying, whatever the case may be, they still ride, bro. 90
all the time,
more
bro.
than the men. I that's how I feel.
Not
More
all
than the men.
time. Not all the time.
Nigga, the niggas is quick to dip more than the girl, bro.
You can be right, but not all the time, bro. These
Of
new
course
age
not.
women
Of
is
course
like
not
these
all the
old
time,
age
but
women, bro.
well, I guess
These new age women is
thank God for
not
my
like these
women
old
in the
age women,
'90s.
bro.
Well,
It's
I
time
just
is
feel like
changing.
now I don't know. I'm not saying that time is not changing, but I feel like you know what I mean. Anyway, as
got
a
a
man,
woman
I
from
feel
the
like
90s?
as a man, you wouldn't want your woman to see you
Nigga, I
dissolving
was in high
and
school, nigga.
becoming the men that you used to be.
too,
Especially
bitch.
we have that ego, we have that like.
I wouldn't want her to see
Yeah,
me
like you know what I mean. You going through something,
Nah,
you losing
man.
weight, you
I'm
can't
with
even
Rel.
eat. What?
Nah,
Y'all
your
taking
ass
what
gotta
I
stay here.
No,
So,
listen.
Alright, so of course,
Y'all
nobody wants to
taking-
die alone. Of
Y'all
course,
taking what I said
Changing
and
my
running
piss
with it.
pan.
I'm not
girl.
saying.
I
Look,
gotta
that's
be
why I
there.
Hold on,
said.
let him talk.
That's why I said I'm not saying she ain't supposed to support me, but I'm not going to make her be like on some don't date nobody else. Don't.
Not while I'm dying, mama. Wait till I'm dead.
You're right. I
but
kind of
you
agree with
got
that.
you got some people that go to I want to be your last
Alright,
on their
but-
deathbed. You know what I'm saying? Then the girl feel
Why
guilty.
not? Why not?
I want to be
be my
your
last. I'm gonna die.
I'm about to
soon.
die.
Give
You're
me-
my last. So for right now,
give me that. At
Let
least
me
while
rock.
I'm here, I
Real,
want to be.
you
your
Real, you
last.
basically
I'm
saying,
talking
yo, come on, I'm about to die. Let me rock before you go do you.
I mean,
As a man,
honestly,
I understand.
what Rello is saying is don't sound too far fetched for me, man. Nigga, I'm about to dip, my nigga. You can't wait. If I dip, do you?
I understand
Let me
what
go
you're saying.
first.
I understand what
They
y'all
might
saying,
have a side
right?
piece before.
I understand what y'all saying, but do you actually want her to see you dissolve? Like you not that man that she remembers.
Yo.
So now she gonna remember you, like you know what I mean. Now she gotta wipe your ass.
So
she
you
gotta
think-
do
so
all
you
that.
think- you
Like,
think-
no,
want,
that
like,
don't make
you
no
getting
sense.
all skinny.
Bro. That
You
don't
get
make
what?
that makes no sense because
What?
that's like saying I'm a bailout on a family member.
No,
Technically, when y'all
I'm not-
together,
I'm talking about
y'all gotta
relationship.
treat
I'm
each
not-
other. Y'all
No,
treat each
I
other just like
understand that. I understand, but I'm talking about as a man. I'm talking about
as
you
a man.
as a man.
At the end of the day, I'm sick. It's not because I want you to do this.
I
It's
understand,
because
bro.
I'm
you
put
not
in this
hearing-
situation where you're gonna if you're with me, you have to do this.
You're not absorbing what I'm saying. You're not absorbing what I'm saying. What I'm saying is like they say you like okay, Rel's like 200 pounds or whatever.
Okay.
like whatever. Now
He's gonna. Go ahead.
What were you saying?
I'm sorry, I had to do
yeah. So now when you get sick, you know you lose weight, you start getting weak. You know what I mean? Like she used to be, like your girl used to remember you as a strong dude and everything.
She's
like that.
gonna
So
remember that.
now
Sickness
I understand
and
that,
health,
but I'm saying, but this is we go by what we see. So now she instead of like looking at you as that man, she's looking at it like she has pity for you and feels so sorry for you. You want somebody to have pity on you or remember you as that guy?
No, I
you
want
used
somebody to
be?
love me. So at the end of the day, if you
Okay.
love me, you're gonna do that for me.
All right.
All right, but
Go
I'm just saying, all right.
back to what you were saying, Junior. If that's you sound very passionate about how you feel. Is
They
that
both
how
got
you
points.
is that how you feel?
Well, I just
if
feel
you were,
yeah, honestly,
if you were in a relationship, that's how you would want.
That's you're gonna do
I'd
that.
rather be.
to
I'd rather be my dying bed. I'd rather be my family. I wouldn't want to see. I mean, if she wants to go through that, I guess. But I wouldn't want her to see me suffering. Like I want to see me like she got to see me.
I wouldn't make her feel guilty for
like,
not being there.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay,
like,
that's fine.
Wipe
So,
my
but,
ass and everything like that.
so
She gonna look at me like, yo.
So what are you gonna
she
what are you gonna
pity
tell her?
on me.
What are you gonna tell her?
Pity.
All right, after today, I know I'm like.
I'm gonna tell her, yo, go do you. I guess I'm
110.
I'm
Hold on.
being a buck with you, bro.
And I'm saying,
I respect it.
I'm being realistic. You're putting yourself in that same position. Babe, I'm 110 pounds. I'm 90 pounds now. After today, June, whatever today is, you can leave. You don't have to come back and see me no more.
I would say
you can live your life.
I would say, look, you know what I'm saying? We both know what the outcome is going to be. If you can't take this no more, I would understand if you can't come no more.
No.
But this is where.
So loving.
I'm gonna keep it buck with you. No, I agree with him 100%, and I believe you know what it is.
Because I don't want you looking at me. I don't want to catch you looking at me like
you got pity on me.
All right.
You get what I'm saying?
One time.
I get what I'm saying.
I got one thing to say. All right, cool. I understand exactly what you're talking about because I went through that with my grandmother. My grandmother didn't tell a lot of people in my family that she was sick. And to me, I felt the way like, yo, like you can have, you don't want, I understood it, but to me, it was just like, yo, you don't want to have people, you don't want people in your family to have pity for you, but you don't want to surprise them and say, you don't want me to surprise my cousin and say, my grandmother passed.
No, I understand.
And then
that
it's like,
part.
what happened? Because I'm not supposed to really tell you. She didn't want me to tell you, but here, this is what happened. Then it's like
I get it.
Yeah,
I
like
get
to
it.
me, to me it was just like, yo, I don't like that. Like, I don't want. Obviously, I'm not. I respect her. I respect her wishes. I wasn't telling anybody, but it was just a situation of, like, your close people. They're supposed to know this because at the end of the day, they're gonna care for you and they're gonna come and just support you. However you need support.
But you understand how she feels. She didn't want to put that burden on the family.
I understood it. I didn't like it, but I understood it regardless.
Bro,
But would you be mad at her if she did leave? Would you be mad at her?
Yeah, I would be.
Exactly, bro.
But this is what I'm
it's
saying.
kind of contradiction to what you were saying.
You just gotta weigh out. You gotta outweigh it.
It's not a contradiction.
I'm listening.
If
Let him
it's
talk.
sudden,
Let him talk.
like, of course, God forbid, something happened to me now. That's sudden. But if I know in the next 6 months, God forbid, I got an illness or whatever, I'm preparing myself to be on some like, yo, I don't want her to see me like this.
Yeah.
But you still would want her to be by your side.
I would want her there, but I'm not going to force her to be like. I'm not going to make her feel like, damn, you know.
So
Every time she look at you, she sees sadness. Like you want that memory of you,
that
bro?
shit kills people too.
I know that's a fact. That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying?
At the end of the day, we don't want anybody to be sick.
Yep.
This was just
all
a
good
topic.
health, baby. All good health. God bless
we all
everybody.
good. We out here drinking that good Jack, Henny, whatever it is. We on
I
that.
got water.
Moving to the last segment,
Whiskey.
call that Pop or Flizzard.
Pop.
And,
Fliggity.
we're going to start off with the Carter's album. We're going to start off on Hypa side. How you feel about it, the Carter's album? What you say?
Hypa was waiting for this all night.
I ain't like it.
We
at
ain't
first,
talk about
but
the
I listened
J&B
to it
album.
like 3 times.
Give me a number.
I gave it a 7.5.
That's good.
All right.
Danger, keep
You
it
got
rolling.
anything else you want to say about it? That's it?
Yeah, I kind of have one more thing to say about it.
Say whatever you got to say. Don't let these niggas rush you.
I definitely feel that number one.
We know you not.
I feel like number one, Beyonce, the rap sing thing. I feel like that kind of made the album stand out a little bit more because I'm not used.
bars,
I'm
bro.
not
So
I'm not
Beyonce rapping better than these niggas out here.
I like her. I like the way she sound
Wait for your
on a
turn,
trap.
boy.
I like the way she sound on a trap beat
Asking
more than
questions.
Hove. To me, I feel like, I can't see Hove staying on that trap and shit too much. But Beyonce, I feel like because she's singing, she kind of mix it with the rap. I feel like it kind of make her stand out. And that's the first time I actually ever heard her curse so much.
She been in her
say
curse
nigga
shit
a lot.
She been in
Been
her curse
in
shit
her
a lot
bag,
lately,
bro.
nigga.
You
I
said
forget she from Houston.
I give it.
bro.
I give.
She
I
wasn't
like
doing
it.
all that
I like it. I
last
give it
year.
7.5.
Yeah, Danger. Keep it rolling.
The Beyonce and Jay-Z album. How much songs? 9 songs. 9 songs.
Yeah, 9.
Out of 9 songs, I like about 4 or 5. I like the whole singing and rapping down thing Beyonce's going. Honestly, I kind of like.
Shout out to Bone Thugs for that.
Yeah, that's a fact. That all that flow is Bone Thugs. That's a fact. But the whole you say you don't like a Hove on the trap beat. The same with Nas. I feel like Nas, if you could call him sounding outdated, I don't think he's sounding outdated to me. I feel like he still got it.
We on Carter's. I'm talking about.
Can you
Carter's?
Right,
Carter's.
Nigga,
Carter's.
I'm gonna cut you off, bro. I'm gonna cut you off. Nigga, the way you.
Carter's. We talking about
I'm
Carter's.
on that. I was gonna stay on Nas for 1 second, but you on my dick. But anyways,
never.
back to Beyonce and Jay Z. I was saying.
Here we go again.
I was saying Jay.
I
was saying.
Yo, go ahead.
I was saying Nas just to say both of them still. He said he don't like Jay on trap beats. I feel like he still sound lit to me. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, the album, I get the album
number
6.5. It's It's not all
Oh
that.
shit.
It's not all that.
Quicks, you on the top. Quicks, Carter.
I fucks with it. I like it. I got favorites where I listen to specifically more than others. Beyonce, I'm not a Beyonce fan.
Beehive gonna come.
So, like, this is the first time. This is the first time I can actually say I actually listened to Beyonce more than once. I might have listened to her albums one time and just.
You're right. I don't want to be listening to her album like that either.
I've never listened to her more than one time. Mm-hmm. So because Hove, it's like a half. Like I'm really here for Hove, but Beyonce, you ain't fuck it up.
Do you like the way he sounded still?
I actually do on specific songs. That Friends song is my favorite
That's
song.
my favorite song on there.
And
Number.
The ape shit, and then the
Ape
bullshit.
shit
The bullshit. I feel like he was just talking to Drake, and shit. That shit was hard.
I think
number wise, I would give it a pop, and then probably I'll give what Hypa says 7.5.
Excellent.
That's good.
I feel like the Carter's album was profound. I love the album. I loved everything about it, production-wise. Only thing I don't like about it is I love track number 1 because I love the singing Beyonce. I'm just sorry. I love the singing Beyonce. I feel what you guys are saying about the rapping singing thing, but I feel like everybody's doing that. That's not Beyonce's lane.
I see a lot of people online
talking
about, what the fuck is all this singing rapping shit?
Yeah, it's too much for the Beyonce. She's been doing that a little bit too much. I want her to get back to her.
With the times.
Give me ballads. Nobody's doing that. Give me ballads.
But another thing is
R&B.
Another thing is I feel like it's a bridge between both of them. So it's like she met him where I think they needed to go at the time. It was like I'm not going to listen to it if it's just wild singing and then Hove got a verse. Like I don't want to hear that because I've never been a Beyonce fan.
I feel
like
Beyonce is really going with the time right now. She see like she could get us a little clout off this shit. I'm gonna start rapping. I'm gonna start showing these niggas like, yo, I sing. But
fair enough. But we know that's somebody else's pen. That's at the end of the day, we know that's definitely not Beyonce's pen. But I like the album a lot. I'm gonna give it a solid 8. I really like the album, and we're gonna keep it moving.
She's nice with that.
June.
Number real.
I said 8.
Oh, okay. Oh, damn, that's good.
I like it a lot.
That's good.
Shit.
I like it.
I understood what they was trying to do with like that body of work, like.
But it's gonna be a no for me, dog.
Yeah, I listened to it. Like I see where like they try to they try to use Beyonce trying to be more versatile. We're trying to do certain things that people not used to her doing, as in rapping. Yeah. Personally, I don't like it technically, but I could understand. I could understand like what she's trying to do. You know what I mean? She's trying to show her versatility. You know what I mean?
Dub things.
It's not my wave.
Number.
I give it a 6 for the body of work. I understood what they was trying to do for that body of work.
Ease your goat.
All right, so with this album, I definitely like majority of the songs. You know what I mean? I didn't go into it thinking I would.
Me either. That's why I kind of like it.
That's why I'm
like,
me too.
wow.
I'm driving. I'm like, oh, nah, this shit
I thought it was a cliche, like, oh, husband and wife. But then it was like, oh, this shit is fire.
Exactly.
Caught me by surprise.
Honestly, the videos made me even like the
I only
music
seen one. So.
I seen none.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
So, the videos, they was in Paris.
I would give it an 8 also.
All of the songs got videos?
Yeah.
Just I only saw that one, the ape shit video.
But nobody's really doing that though.
It's an 8 and a
couple album like.
It's a
curse
when that happens.
And Big Sean.
It's a curse when the couples try to do that shit.
He's gave it an 8.
For some reason, Beyonce and Jay-Z, it works for them. But go ahead.
He's gave it an 8.
I mean, they're only the two best in their categories.
The Big Sean, the Janae, and
the real best of both worlds.
Yeah, I like it. Seriously.
I never liked it.
We're going to keep moving on.
I liked it a lot.
Papa Flop, keep moving on. Nas album, I need a number on Nas album. Hypa, we starting on your side.
6.
6.9.
I'm gonna go
Nigga
solid
said
6
9.
too.
7.5.
I give it an 8.
All right, beautiful. That was a smooth popping flop.
The first one ever.
See, we fucked it up.
The Oddly Similar Podcast.